The following is a Fox Sports West 2 special presentation.
Tonight marks interleague play. Game 3 between the Dodgers and the Anaheim Angels. Game 1 on the 17th. Todd Zeile, who had homered in the 8th inning to tie, homers in the 9th to beat the Angels and Troy Percival 4-3. Game 2, the Dodgers behind again, get home runs from Mondesi, from Zeile, and a pinch hit home run by Ashley to win again. But now the Dodgers leave Dodger Stadium, take the freeway south to Anaheim Stadium, and it'll be Chan Ho Park going against Jason Dickson tonight. It's time for Dodger baseball. Live from Anaheim Stadium in Anaheim, Fox Sports West 2 presents the Dodgers as they take on the Anaheim Angels. Hi, everybody, and a very pleasant good evening to you wherever you may be. Welcome to Game 3 of the Dodger-Angels series. The Dodgers winning the first 2 games 4-3 and 7-5, when the Angels, leading in both games, had their bullpen let them down. Tonight, the Dodgers will send Chan Ho Park to the mound, and he'll go up against the ace of the Angels staff, virtually unknown at the start of the year, Jason Dickson. Chan Ho a break-even 5-5. Dickson is 8-4, although they tell me the last 2 times he went out to the mound, he did not pitch well, and he was pushed around. As far as interleague play is concerned, the Dodgers, by splitting with Texas, have won 4 and lost 4. The Angels are not having a good time against the National League. They have won 2 and lost 6. We'll get to the starting lineup. We'll have it all coming up for you right after this. Fox Sports West 2 presents Dodger Baseball. Brought to you by Southwest Airlines. With fares so low, you have the freedom to go places. By the Discover Card, proud partner of the Smithsonian's 150th anniversary. By Chevron. To reduce knocking, try Chevron with the Techron additive. Chevron, simply smarter. By Gatorade, official sports beverage of Major League Baseball. And by 76, NASCAR High Performance Motor Oil. Works for NASCAR, works for your car.
While flying may be the fastest way to travel, alas, it's not always the most practical. Introducing a first-class alternative, the 1997 Lexus ES 300. Totally redesigned, aggressively restyled, and its performance? Well, let's just say planes are no longer the only way to fly. More of a Lexus, less of a price. At your Southern California Lexus dealer.
2 on, 2 outs. Carros steps to the plate, and here's the pitch. A screaming fastball. It is gone!
The pitch on the way to Carros, and a drive hit very well to right center field. It is gone!
Kids 14 and under at the Sunday, July 13th series finale with the Giants receive a starter set of Dodger trading cards, compliments of Mother's Cookies. Also, 4 lucky fans will win 2 round trips to a National League city via Delta Airlines.
I'm Steve Avison for Discovery News with an update on NASA's Pathfinder mission to Mars.
It's July 2nd, and Pathfinder is 695,000 miles from Mars, heading toward the red planet at 12,000 miles per hour.
This July 4th, spend the day on Mars with live late-breaking coverage as this historic event unfolds.
Discovery News Special Report, Mars Live, all-day coverage Friday with a wrap-up at 11 Eastern and Pacific on the Discovery Channel.
You've never seen anything like it. It's the Ford Factory Challenge. The factory says 10,000 Fords have to go, and they've given your Ford dealer unbelievable interest rates to work with. 1.9% APR for 48 months. On Taurus, Escort, Contour, even the brand new ZX2. Or how about 3.9 for 60 months? Rates like these will keep your payments low for years, but they'll only be around for days.
A gorgeous evening in Anaheim Stadium. The Angels expecting their first sellout of the season tonight and another sellout tomorrow night, and certainly the weather has cooperated. As the Dodgers prepare to start the game, they get the news that the Giants lost and Colorado was ripped by Texas. Consequently, the Dodgers can pick up a game on both teams. And for the moment, at least, we have half games hanging out like a shirt tail until this game is over. The Dodgers will either get to 6 or go back to 7. And, of course, Russell is hoping that Chan Ho Park has a great ball game. The Dodger lineup against Jason Dickson. Brett Butler will lead it off in center field. And then Todd Hollingsworth, who had 2 doubles last night, will be in left. Mike Piazza rests as the DH. And then you have Carros, Mondesi, and Zeal. Gagne is the shortstop. Tom Prince will be the catcher since Piazza's the DH. Trip Cromer playing second base for the injured Wilton Guerrero. The Dodgers facing Jason Dickson. And for those who are fashion conscious, this is a brand new Angel uniform, the first time that they have worn it. The bunt attempt fouled back, and we're underway. Jason Dickson, who was virtually unknown at the start of the year, and he has given the Angels a tremendous lift. Last year he was 1-4, and he has certainly turned things around. He is not overpowering by any means, more hits than innings pitched, and his strikeout ratio is nothing to really write home about, but he is quite a competitor. That's a strike. So Jason Dickson trying to turn things around again for the Angels, who have had a bad time against the National League. From Chatham in London, Ontario. Butler after one in the dirt, and he's history. 1 away. Jason Dickson, coming from that area in Chatham, Ontario. That's the same area that produced one of the great pitchers in the National League. Ferguson Jenkins was from the same area. Jason, of course, is the talk of the town right now. And with 1 down, he'll be facing Todd Hollingsworth. Boy, you talk about baseball programs. The coach of Northeastern Oklahoma scouted Dickson and got him to go to the college. From Chatham, Ontario to northeastern Oklahoma is a long way, so they don't miss a trick anymore. If you wonder where northeastern Oklahoma College is, Tahlequah, Oklahoma. Thanks to Boyd Robertson. 1 ball and 1 strike. Hollingsworth hit the ball hard last night. Doubled off the right center field wall and doubled to right. Chased a bad ball. 1-2. Terry Collins has his ball club in reasonably good shape, but they're banged up physically. They're 5.5 games back of Seattle. 1-2. That's hit foul down the line and will go out of play. When you look at Terry Collins, you realize that there are a lot of National Leaguers in and around the Angel dugout. Terry Collins spent his entire 26-year career with National League organizations until this year. And of course, he managed in the Dodger system for quite a while. His coaches, Dave Parker and Larry Boa, longtime National League veterans, and a lot of the players are also former National League. Louis Alicea, Rich DeLucia, Craig Grabeck, Dave Hollins, Jack Howell, Mark Langston, Eddie Murray, Dennis Springer, Alan Watson. So they know what it's all about from either side. Little pop fly. Hollingsworth was jammed, and it'll be Alicea. To play against the American League with the DH for Mike Piazza, it's like having the night off. Piazza does not have to put on the so-called tools of ignorance. All he has to do is hit. Mike Piazza, of course, the greatest vote getter in the National League, and he will be the starting catcher for the National League. Ball one. There is the starting team. However, Barry Larkin is banged up, and he will not be at shortstop. Bagwell, Biggio, Caminetti, Walker, Lofton, Gwynn, and Piazza. Breaking ball, strike, and the count 1-1. Mike got over 2.6 million votes. Two and two. Piazza followed by Carros, and they have proven to be a great 1-2 punch throughout the month of June. Way out in front, a little off speed. 2-2. Carros waiting his turn. Jason Dickson trying to win his ninth. He is 8-4. Bad ball. Piazza was fooled. His hips in the dugout, and down he goes. Nice inning for Jason Dickson.
What do you get when you fly Southwest Airlines? Fun fares.
Well, you've waited so long for a fare to get so nice and low now. You really should fly.
Light up the night. Southwest Airlines fun fares are so low. Want to see that again? Now you can fly just for the fun of it.
With us, 'cause we got a lot of things to do now. You really should fly. And you'll have fun flying Southwest on a fun fair today. Fun flying on a fun fair today.
It's the July 4th special edition savings event at your Chevy dealer. You said, we want more time to pay, and we want savings on every payment.
You win.
Now get low 3.9% financing, 3.9% GMAC financing, not just for a year or two, but for up to 60 months.
You win.
Yes, you do. Hurry to your Southern California Chevrolet dealer now.
You're watching Dodgers baseball on Fox Sports West 2.
Start them off young. Even though the Dodgers failed to score, one of their younger fans here in the ballpark in Daddy's lap. Let's take a look at the Angel lineup now. Tony Phillips leading off in left field, and Darren Erstad at first base. Dave Hollins at third, and Jim Edmonds the DH. Tim Salmon in right field. Garrett Anderson is in center. Jim Leyritz behind the plate. Luis Alicea at second base, and Gary DiSarcina the pitcher. As you can see, the Angels have not been doing a great deal in power. However, they do have some players in that lineup that can produce, but they're banged up. For instance, Edmonds has all kinds of knee problems, and we'll talk about that later as we'll look at Chan Ho Park. Chan Ho is third in the National League with a .218 opponent's batting average. He has reached the 7th inning in 6 of his last 7 starts. However, he has had a propensity of home runs. He has allowed 14. Chan Ho faced Anaheim on the 17th, the game the Dodgers pulled out thanks to Zeal 4-3. He went 7 innings, allowed 2 earned runs, and did not have a decision. He struck out 5 in the 7th inning. So Tony Phillips will start it off. Tony drew the collar yesterday against Colorado. He had an 8-game streak go down the drain, but as you can see, he gets on a lot. Strike one. Phillips is one of those people who is very outspoken of the fact he loves to bat against Randy Johnson. And then when Terry Collins heard that quote, said, "Oh yeah, sure, I believe that." 1-1 to Tony. One of his high points this year, he stole home against Seattle. He was the first Angel to do that in a couple of years. High fly ball into deep center. Back goes Butler at the wall, and it has jumped up and bitten Chan Ho again. Tony Phillips' 4th home run and the 15th home run that Chan Ho Park has allowed this year. Boy, that didn't take long. So just like that, 1-0 Anaheim. Take another look. Phillips in that crouch, raising that leg like a Melot, and then acting like a Melot by hitting it out. Butler went as far as he could. It's 4:04. And again, you get a point about the speed gun. The fastball was clocked at 90 miles an hour. The 90 means nothing if it's not moving. It moved all right, but only after it met Phillips' bat. So 1-0 Angel. Darren Erstad has had a bad elbow, and he takes a strike. 0-1. Even though he has a bad elbow, even though Terry Collins has cautioned him, please don't throw. In playing yesterday, he threw. But then after the game, Terry Collins said that's why he's so special. Kid out of the Dakotas with great ability. Right, 1-2. Erstad 2 for 4 yesterday against Colorado. He hit .345 on the road trip. He had an MRI and an EMG in the middle of the month at Centinela Hospital. Little ground ball to Carros, so one first baseman rolls it to another, 1 away. Now the batter is Dave Holland. You talk about someone with a lot on his mind. Dave Hollins figures to be the man. Hollins is staying with the team through Sunday, even though his wife is overdue with the couple's 3rd child in Orchard Park, New York. As we understand it, the doctors will induce labor on Monday, so he can play through the weekend, and then on the All-Star break, go home and hopefully have an All-Star. 1-0. Fly ball to right field. Mondesi kind of walks in. 2-0. That'll bring up Jim Edmonds. Jim Edmonds, another man who is banged up. He re-injured his right knee and had his knee examined. He has torn cartilage in his left knee, an inflamed tendon in his right knee. He hurt it yesterday making a running catch of Larry Walker's long drive to the gap, and stayed in the game until the 7th inning. But they tell us he looked very uncomfortable while striking out, and they took him out. Typical Edmonds, he said it's no big deal. And that was it. 1-0 Angels, and he is hit by the pitch. So Chan Ho Park has one getaway. For Chan, only his 2nd hit batter. So Edmonds at first, and that'll bring up Tim Salmon. Only the 2nd time that Edmonds has been hit by a pitch. Fastball that just got him high up on the right thigh. Tim Salmon with 12 home runs, 54 runs batted in, and a solid .290, leading the Angels in RBIs. Right, 0-1. Salmon had a big day against Colorado yesterday. 4 for 4, 2 doubles and an RBI. He's been hot, hitting in 21 of the last 26. He is also a big free swinger. Salmon has struck out 77 times already this year. Phillips gets him started with a home run, and it's 1-0 in favor of Anaheim. Bottom of the first. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Salmon. Time. Can't imagine with all of his knee and leg problems that Jim Edmonds would run, but the Dodgers are holding him on anyway. Breaking ball, and that's whacked down the line, but he pulled it too much, and the count 1-2. A sellout crowd here tonight. That means 36,700, and those are Salmon's impressive numbers. Boy, he's had a lot of fun beating up on National League pitchers, even though the Angels have lost 6 out of 8. Two and two. Jan Ho Park serving up his 15th home run. Makes you wonder, would he really run? 2 bad knees, strained ligament. Well, they're not taking any chances. And that's a drive into left center, deep. Butler to the track and makes the catch at the 386 line. Wow. Take a look at Tony Phillips cranking up with that right leg and driving it over the center field wall to give the Angels a 1-0 lead.
Take me out to the ball game. Take me out to the crowd. Buy me some peanuts and Cracker Jacks. What?
Need a lefty. I need a lefty. Hit the showers, kid. Take it home, big fella.
1, 2, 3, 4.
He had to do it. The guy had nothing left.
Raul Mondesi and the Dodgers on Fox Sports West 2. Home team's Fox attitude.
If you didn't watch Extra Sports Live this morning, you missed.
The Fearsome Foursome still does stuff together, right? We have been together over, I guess, about 30-some years, and we're close friends, and we do things together. We help each other. If Merlin calls us, we're there. If Lamar or Deacon, we're there. If I call them, they're there. So it's that kind of relationship we've maintained over the years, and we support each other in our various endeavors.
Extra Sports Live, weekday mornings from 6 to 9 on Fox Sports West 2.
You're watching Dodgers baseball on Fox Sports West 2.
Boy, they might have Angels in the outfield, but they got little Angels in the stands wearing Dodger uniforms and enjoying an ice cream sandwich. Eric Carros has been enjoying a lot. For instance, in the 4th inning last night, he hit a breaking ball against Julio Santana into the left field bleachers. That tied up the game 2-2. Later on in the 6th inning, he got a fastball, so he went the other way for a 2-run home run, gave the Dodgers a 4-3 lead, and eventually they won 6-3. A strike to Eric, who has been blazing hot, along with Mike Piazza. Carros, a late starter just about every year, and now he's in full gear. Good off speed. 0-2. Carros has a modest 7-game hitting streak. And takes care of him. So in an inning, he has struck out 3, including Piazza and Carros. Nice way for young Dickson to start the night. And as Brent Shire said, the Dodgers are trying to cross the Jason Dickson line, and he's not budging. Here's Mondesi. Raul with that bad little finger on his left hand, heavily swollen, and not only has it not affected his hitting, it seems to have made him a better hitter. Fastball, and that's hit a mile high, but not a mile out, and right at the wall to pick it off is Garrett Anderson. So a long fly ball for the second out, and the batter will be Todd Zeile. Todd Zeile beat the Angels with a home run against Troy Percival. It was the only time Percival had blown a save. Takes a fastball strike. Percival sitting back, relaxing in the warmth of the early evening. Beautiful night. Fastball that sinks, 1-1. Zeile followed by Gagne. Another strike. Interesting article in the Times today on Jason Dickson, and it shows you the impact a young man will make on a small town. They have bought so many dishes so they can pick up the telecasts of his games. Look out. I think that hit Zeile on the back of the bat, not on the head. Take another look. It's going to go over his head and hit the bat. Close for comfort. Take another look. So 1-2 the count to Todd Zeile. Half swing. Swing, says Field and Culbreth. That's the first base umpire. 4 strikeouts for Dickson. 1-0 Angels after an inning and a half.
Introducing the 1997 Lexus LS 400 Coach Edition. The streets are ready. Are you? Save $3,000 on the Coach Edition at your Southern California Lexus dealer.
It is gone! Join club leader Mike Piazza in the Blue Crew Fan Club, presented by the Dodgers, Sparklets, and Orthopedic Hospital. You'll receive a scheduled poster, 2 tickets to a selected game, a Blue Crew t-shirt, a membership card, a CD case, a photo card, a sticker, bat pen, newsletter, and more. Send $9 to Blue Crew Fan Club, Dodger Stadium, LA 90012.
The Blue Crew needs you, so join today.
Schnitzel has antenna weenies. Get yours free with any combo purchase. Hurry in for your free antenna weenie and display it proudly.
Garrett Anderson leading off for the Angels, bottom of the second on a 2-0 count. And now it's 3-0. Anderson didn't play yesterday because of a tight left hamstring. They were talking about resting him until Friday, but he told Terry Collins he could play. Strike. 3-1. Angels leading on a leadoff home run by Tony Phillips. 1-0 Anaheim. Anderson hitting .317, and he's aboard with the walk. Say, friends, a reminder, you can see Dodger action and great special events at Dodger Stadium. Advance tickets ordered by calling 213-2241-HIT You can visit the Dodger Stadium advanced ticket office, any ETM machine at selected Hughes Pavilions or Gelson's. And a reminder, too, Pavilion and Top Deck tickets, just $6 each, or only $3 for kids 12 and under when purchased 1.5 hours prior to game time at Dodger Stadium. Here's Jim Leyritz. Strike. Leyritz hit on the hand yesterday in the 5th inning, but stayed in the game and reported he was well enough to play again tonight. Jim hitting .289, 10 home runs, 42 runs batted in, and will be forever remembered for that dramatic home run against Mark Wohlers and the Braves when he was playing for the Yankees. 1-1 to Jim. Got him, and Anderson just did get back. Garrett Anderson, who has stolen 6 out of 8 leaning, and had it been a lower throw closer to the bag, they would have nipped him, but he got back. 1-1 to Leyritz. Breaking ball. Leyritz as a catcher, it doesn't come as a surprise then that he has grounded into double plays 9 times. So you're thinking immediately with him at the plate, hit and run. That's a strike. 2-2. With Terry Collins, the Angels have a manager who loves to run. He will truly run the Angels either to success or go down in flames, but he is an action manager. 3-2. When Terry Collins managed the Houston Astros last year, they were second in stolen base attempts. They stole 243 bases, and look at that. That tells you enough. And there goes the runner, and it's fouled away. So he put the hit and run on. He was also second in the National League in putting the hit and run on. Terry Collins, who spent a long time in the Dodger organization and managed as high as Albuquerque before moving on. There goes the runner, comebacker to Park, and a combination mistake. Trip Cromer going to the bag along with Gagne, and they mess up a possible double play. But of course we have said that enough times this year. With a right-hand hitter up, there's Gagne, but Cromer came to the bag, and it's just a mess, and there'll be an error charge. So the Dodgers not only blow the double play, 2 on, nobody out, and Luis Alicea at the plate. Another problem, of course, is playing Trip Cromer because Wilton Guerrero is out with the bad shoulder. So Cromer and Gagne have not worked together and obviously messed up who was to cover. Dodgers look bunt, and they're going to get it. Park has to go to first. So the sacrifice works, and the Angels have runners at second and third. Of course, one of the things that we've had to point out all year is the inability of the Dodgers to turn a double play. They are the lowest in the majors. They've only turned 35 double plays. So Gary DiSarcina with second and third and 1 out. Gary hitting .250, 3 home runs, 32 runs batted in. Started him with a breaking ball, fouled away. 0-1. We get the official report. The error will be charged to Gagne on that collision at second base with Gregg and Trip Cromer. It's a new dance team. It's like Fred Astaire and Helen Brown, not Ginger Rogers. And Helen just came out of the crowd. Hit down the line, but slicing foul as she goes in the seats, and the count 0-2. Gary DiSarcina hit .256 last year, and he's hitting .250 right now. He has never been quite the same since he tore ligaments in his left thumb late in the '95 season. Did he? Yes, he did. Though he couldn't hold up on a pitch in the dirt, and down goes Gary. So 2 on, 2 out, and Tony Phillips coming up. That pitch is going to get dirty. Tony Phillips homered in the first inning, hitting .294. 4 home runs, 22 RBIs, and he is quite a leadoff man if you like power. He has walked 7 times more than he has struck out, so you know when he's up there at the plate he's not thinking walk. As a kid growing up in New York, I absolutely worshipped Melvin Thomas Ott. Left-hand hitting right fielder for the New York Giants, who hit 511 home runs, and his trademark was lifting that right leg. One and one. Tony Phillips from Atlanta, Georgia, 37 years old. Watch that leg up there and see how low the bat was. He had the bat almost to his left knee. Oddie dropped his bat the same way. 1 and 1. Oddie did not bat in a crouch like that, however. Ball 2. There have been a lot of fellas who hit that way. I know Vic Davalillo used to do it. I think Jose Cardinal did it. It's a timing device, nothing more, to prevent you from overstriding. We can take a look at it from this side. And a strike. 2 and 2. So deuce is wild. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 out, 2 on. 1-0 Angels, second inning. Over at third, Garrett Anderson. At second, Jim Leyritz. Breaking ball fouled off. Phillips, tough man to pitch to in that crowd. She led the American League in walks last year. He doesn't give you much of a zone. Fouled away. I mean, when he walks up there, he's 5'10", and by the time he settles in, he's about 5'7". An observer overhead. Might surprise you that since 1990, Barry Bonds and Tony Phillips are the only 2 who have averaged more than 100 walks and 100 runs scored per season. Bonds, of course, is out of sight, but only 17 behind Bonds is Phillips. Again, Garrett Anderson at third, Jim Leyritz at second, 2 out. 2 and 2 the count to Tony Phillips. Ground ball, big hop over Carros' glove. 1 run is in. Leyritz to the plate, and he will score. So Phillips has knocked in all 3, and it's 3-0 Anaheim. So Tony Phillips having a big night. He took that breaking ball almost out of the dirt and guided it into right field. So running with 2 out, Leyrich is able to get in ahead of the throw. 3-0 Anaheim, and the batter will be Darren Erstad. So it's a big night for Phillips. Tony had 21 RBIs come into the game, and he picks up 3 in 2 innings. Eddie Murray, one of the 50 who has worn both Dodger and Angel uniforms. That's right, 50 different players have played for the Dodgers and the Angels. Ball 1. Erstad grounded to Carros in the first inning. So the Dodgers fell behind in each of the first 2 games with the Angels at Dodger Stadium, and they're doing the same thing here. Chan Ho, remember, has lost 2 straight. So he's been struggling. Last time out, he lost to San Diego. 5 1/3 innings, 4 earned runs. High fly ball to left field. Hollingsworth is there. And that'll be it, but it spells 2. And at the end of 2, Angels 3, Dodgers nothing.
There are 2 great baseball teams in Southern California, the Anaheim Angels and the Los Angeles Dodgers. Now there are 2 great channels on your cable system to watch them in action. Fox Sports West and Fox Sports West 2. The Angels are slugging it out with the best in the American League West, and you can watch them on Fox Sports West. The Blue Crew's looking to put the heat on the competition, and watch them on Fox Sports West 2. 2 great home teams, and now 2 sources of Fox attitude. Fox Sports West and Fox Sports West 2. Tune in for live horse racing action from Hollywood Park every race day at 4 p.m. And check out the day's picks and long shots. Plus, there are 2 live races as a recap of all the day's card, along with live interviews with the jockeys and trainers. So tune in every Wednesday, Thursday, and Saturday at 4 for Hollywood Park Today, right here on the all-new Fox Sports West 2.
When's the last time you saw our neighbor?
Long time. Too long. He's set in an emergency. Hello?
It's a seesaw battle with both pitchers and hitters digging in. Nobody's given any ground. It's a whole new season of excitement lately. And you shouldn't miss any.
Oh, look, he's a Fox Sports News guy.
I wonder he's never here.
Fox Sports News. We are there after the game to cover your home team, the Dodgers, only on Fox Sports West 2.
You're watching Dodgers baseball on Fox Sports West 2.
This date in Dodger history brought to you by Discover Card. July 2nd, way back when, 35 years ago, Dodger left-handed Johnny Padres struck out 8 straight Phillies in a 5-1 Dodger victory. The record has since been improved upon by the great Tom Seaver, who whipped 10 in a row. There's a left-hander thinking about getting somebody out. Meanwhile, Jason Dickson, a tough pitcher anyway, but leading 3-0. He has struck out 4 in 2 innings. Now he gets Gagne, Prince, and Cromer. A shot up the middle. So Gagne gets the Dodgers' first hit. Jason Dickson is the lone representative for Anaheim for the American League All-Star, and the team, the starters, Martinez and Alomar, Rodriguez and Ripken, Justice, Griffey, and Anderson. Rodriguez behind the plate. And the DH is Edgar Martinez. And, of course, Ken Griffey Jr., the biggest man on the planet with 3.5 million votes. In for a strike, 0-1. That's a big thrill. Dickson going to the All-Star game. Prince checking to see if there might be a hit and run play in the works. Tom has only had 42 at-bats, and here we are at the All-Star break coming up. And drives it foul, which brings up a point. He's not a home run hitter, but Jason Dickson has had a lot of trouble with the home run ball. Dickson has allowed 13. Mark Leiter led National League pitchers last year in home runs allowed. Leiter gave up 37, just to put it in proper perspective. Home runs allowed in the American League with the DH. Sean Bosky and Brad Radke each allowed 40 last year. Nice save by Jim Leyritz. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Quick hands. He's wearing the hockey mask, as you can see. It's the one-piece helmet and mask. Mike Piazza's uncomfortable with it. He's tried it a couple of times, but he doesn't want to use it in a regular game. Not yet, anyway. Breaking ball grounded through. Big, slow curveball. So the Dodgers try to get back into the game with back-to-back singles, and that'll bring up Trip Cromer playing for Wilton Guerrero. Trip Cromer, since being called up, hitting .250. Only had 12 at-bats. He was doing well at AAA. He's longer and skinnier, but he still reminds you a little bit of Dave Anderson, who played infield for the Dodgers for many years. Cromer showing bunt, so the Dodgers not trying to get it all in one fell swoop. Joey maybe hanging out a sign. We'll see if they stay with the bunt. One ball, no strikes. Got the bunt down. High chopper. Dickson has to hurry to get him and does. So the sacrifice works. Gagne is now at third. Prince has advanced to second. And Butler heading for the plate. So Cromer does his job, gets the bunt down. Brett Butler has not been much of a man as far as driving in runs. He has a half a dozen this year. Leadoff man, he doesn't get that many opportunities anyway. Ball 1. So Butler in 51 games, 6 RBIs. Phillips in 78 games, 24 RBIs. Just to compare the two. So Gagne at third, Prince at second, 1 out, 3-0 Angels, top of the third. Little chop of the third, tough play, no play. All Hollins could do was hope to barehand and throw, and it looked like the ball veered a little bit away from him. It really was a do-or-die play. It should be a base hit, and it is. So an infield single to load the bases, and Todd Hollinsworth the batter. So the Dodgers very lucky there. Not much that Dave Hollins could do about it. Butler now has something like 15 infield hits this year. One of the big reasons why he is still hitting .300. So Hollinsworth popped up in the first inning. The big at bat for him, trying to get the Dodgers back into the game. Ground ball up the middle, and right there to handle it. They get one. They're going to get two. So the Dodgers can't make a double play, but the Angels can. And at the end of 2.5 innings, 3-0 Anaheim.
What do you get when you fly Southwest Airlines? Fun fares.
Well, you've waited so long for a fare to get so nice and low now. You really should fly.
Light up the night. Southwest Airlines fun fares are so low. Want to see that again? Now you can fly just for the fun of it.
With us, 'cause we got a lot of things to do now. You really should fly. And you'll have fun, fun, fun flying Southwest on a fun fair today. Fun, fun, flying on a fun fair today.
Hi. I'd like you to meet someone. This is Bruce. He looks great, doesn't he? That's because he spent the last 2 weeks driving around in a brand new Ford Windstar. You know, when the government did their crash test, the Windstar was the only minivan to get 5 stars for front passenger protection. What, you don't believe me? Ask Bruce. He's not as dumb as he looks. So what do you think? Should we try the Diamond Lane? Now, if we get stuck, tell him you're from out of town.
I'm Steve Avison for Discovery News with an update on NASA's Pathfinder mission to Mars.
It's July 2nd, and Pathfinder is 695,000 miles from Mars, heading toward the red planet at 12,000 miles per hour.
This July 4th, spend the day on Mars with live late-breaking coverage as this historic event unfolds.
Discovery News Special Report, Mars Live, all-day coverage Friday with a wrap-up at 11 Eastern and Pacific on the Discovery Channel.
When you win this many races, the rewards gotta be big. New 76 NASCAR High Performance Motor Oil.
The Dodgers on Fox Sports West 2 are brought to you by Southwest Airlines. With fares so low, you have the freedom to go places. And by your local Honda dealer, who offers an impressive family of cars, sport utility vehicles, and minivans.
A blue sky evening here in Anaheim and throughout Southern California. And sailing through that blue sky so far, the Anaheim Angels leading 3-0. And in essence, the Angels made a double play and the Dodgers couldn't. And that's a huge difference. So now it'll be Dave Hollins, the expecting father, Jim Edmonds, and Tim Salmon in that order. Dave expecting his third child, perhaps on Monday. Flied to right field in the first inning. We mentioned that the Angels were wearing a new uniform tonight for the first and only time. And what they're going to do, they will have a silent auction, and they will auction off these uniforms. Commemorative game-worn jerseys, the team wearing against the Dodgers. Sealed bids will be accepted on Thursday, taken through Wednesday, July 9th. 1 ball, 1 strike. 1-2. Sealed bids can be sent into Angels Care commemorative jersey, Post Office Box 2000, Anaheim, California. Angels Care is a fund of the McCormick Foundation. It benefits such charities as Big Brothers, Big Sisters, Boys and Girls Club, Pediatric Cancer Research, many other local charities. If you want to call in your bid and get information, we'll give you the number. Check swing. Did he? No. 714-940-2172 as you look at Rod Carew. So the uniforms will be seen just this once. Ball 4. So Hollins on the walk and Jim Edmonds coming up. Chan Ho has walked 2, hit a batter, served up a home run to the leadoff man. Edmonds plagued with so many injuries, but rolling right along despite them, hitting .307, foul that away. talking about Jason Dickson going to the All-Star game, we should also mention that trainer Rick Smith, who is beginning his 20th year as a trainer for the Angels, he will also go to Cleveland to work on members of the American League All-Star team. Congratulations to Rick. 1-2 the count to Jim Edmonds. Good breaking ball. Wow, he almost hurt that knee on that swing. That was a painful swing. That's what happened to him when they took him out of the game. Watch this. The knee's not there when he tried to turn. He almost fell down. Well, the right knee is really in bad shape, but he insists on playing. You can feel the pain here. Tough kid, Jim Edmonds. Second strikeout for Chan Ho. Tim Salmon fly deep to center. This time he hits one foul down the right field line, out of play. 0-1. Salmon 12 home runs, 54 runs batted in. As we mentioned earlier, a big strikeout victim. Well, now that's where that toe head came from, sure. Mom and her son. Remember, the Dodgers will be home next Thursday. Another foul ball, out of play. Dodgers play here, then they go to San Diego, then they go back home following the All-Star break. 4 with the Giants. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. The Dodgers have been very fortunate. It has been a luxury. They haven't taken advantage of it at all. Fastball inside. Can't get him. You know what I was told 40,000 years ago by Branch Rickey? You will never get a runner if you begin the tag in foul territory. I don't know if we even have that play. But if we do, you will see Carros' glove. Watch his glove now. It's going to go by way of foul ground. See that? Can't make him. Never. It's just too long an arc. And I remember making notes about that, thinking, can that be true? And absolutely 100%. Tom Prince is red hot. And now Bill Russell is trying to save his catcher. Remember now, Piazza is the DH. Now Russell can't say anything about the count. That's automatic ejection. All Bill can go up there, really direct a little fire his way and save his catcher. Prince felt obviously that one of those pitches was a strike instead of a ball, and Dave Wallace now is afraid that Chan Ho Park is so angry that he will make a critical mistake to Garrett Anderson. And when Chan Ho sees his catcher argue that much, Tom Prince finished up. Come on, let's go. So the fragile psyche of a young right-hander. And Wallace trying to calm him down. Garrett Anderson walked, scored a run in the second inning. 3-0 in favor of the Angels. We were talking about the Dodgers and a quirk in the schedule. You know, the Dodgers are playing 24 straight games within the state of California. How are they doing? So-so. 8-7. Right. 1-1. Angels 3, Dodgers nothing. Bottom of the third. Dodgers loaded the bases, but Hollinsworth hit into a double play. High high fly ball to Hollingsworth, looking up into that calm night. 2 down. And the batter will be Jim Leyritz. It was Leyritz who hit what looked like a double play ball back to the box. And when Chan-Ho Park threw to second, all of a sudden there was a collision. Both Gagne and Cromer came to the bag for the throw. With a right-hand hitter at the plate, you would expect it was the second baseman who should have covered. It's only a guess up here. But if the second baseman should have covered, as you look at Mike Harkey, they gave Greg Gagne the error for getting involved in the play. 1 ball and no strikes. 1-1. So Chan-Ho is struggling. He's down 3-0. His mates didn't make it easier for him with a critical error and then the inability to score. 1-1. Curveball popped up on the right side. It belongs to Cromer. So the Angels lead 2. Ross will be along in a minute at the end of 3. 3-0 Anaheim.
Your Dodge dealer is having an utterly unbelievable, absolutely amazing 4th of July event.
Excuse me. Let's just say that if you purchase any new Dodge Grand Caravan during our 4th of July event, you'll get $1,000 cash back.
So don't dilly-dally!
Or purchase this Dodge Dakota and get up to $1,350 off.
That's spectacular!
Or purchase Neon, Stratus, or Avenger right now and get 3.9 APR for up to 60 months.
But you better hurry!
Just see the friendly Dodge dealer near you.
Be there!
Yes, be there.
Piazza waits, bottom of the 9th, game on the line. Belted to center field. Mike Piazza has won it for the Dodgers. A high drive into deep left field and gone. The Mets visit Dodger Stadium July 22nd through the 24th. And on Thursday the 24th, kids 14 and under receive a free Mike Piazza jersey t-shirt. Call 213-224-1-HIT.
Do you ever just have one of those days? Well, at Farmers Insurance, everything we do is about getting things back to normal. Isn't that what insurance is supposed to do? Farmers, get you back where you belong.
Find out why everyone's calling it the greatest city in Las Vegas. New York Hotel and Casino.
Good evening, everybody. For the second night in a row, the Dodgers have a chance to gain a full game on both San Francisco and Colorado. They were beaten soundly earlier in the day, but the Dodgers down here because Tony Phillips of the Angels has had his first 3 RBI game of the year, and the Dodgers are down 3-0. Chan-Ho Park continues to have the same problems. Solo home runs. He's given up 15 home runs this year, and about 80% of them have been solo shots, and he continues to walk too many men. The last 5 games, he's walked 8 men who have scored, and 5 of those were leadoff men, including 1 tonight. So we'll see if the Dodgers can come from behind. Let's go to the 4th, and the lone Dodger on this year's All-Star team, Mike Piazza, ready to lead it off against the Angels' only All-Star, Jason Dickson. Piazza went down swinging his first time up. Dickson got off to a great start tonight. He fanned 4 in the first 2 innings. Then got up a bases-loaded jam in the 3rd. Breaking ball, and Mike hits it to right center field, racing over and not getting there is Garrett Anderson. And Piazza is going to stay at first base. Had thoughts of going to second, but with the help of Reggie Smith, decided he better just play it safe. So the Dodgers have their 4th hit, and they've come from the last 6 batters in the game, all singles. Dickson has been roughed up the last 3 games, but tonight he's got a 3-run lead. What a great thrill for this young man who says, I live 4.5 hours northeast of Maine in New Brunswick province in Canada. He describes himself as the only resident of Chatham, New Brunswick, or Chatham, who can't play hockey at all. Here's Carros. And Eric takes a strike, 0-1. All-American League umpire since we're playing in the Angels home park as interleague play continues. Carros struck out swinging his first time up. What a month of June he had. Breaking ball, grounded foul, past third. Eric told me on our radio pregame interview tonight that one thing he's proud of is the fact he's also leading the Dodgers right now in walks. He's taken over the club leadership in home runs the last few days with 18. He leads the Dodgers in RBIs with 50. 9 homers the last 18 games, 2 last night in the victory over the Rangers. One and 2 to Carros with Mondesi on deck. Jason Dickson won at Yankee Stadium last year just after arriving from the minors, and Chili Davis, who was then with the Angels, was asked if he were surprised, and Davis said, I was surprised he was on the team. I saw him shagging fly balls yesterday. I thought he was a bat boy. Yeah, he's going to the All-Star game in Cleveland next Tuesday night. 2-2 to the Dodger first baseman. Dickson went into spring training over in Arizona as one of 4 candidates for the number 5 spot in the rotation. And now he's made the All-Star team. Loves to challenge batters. Says he'd rather give up a bases empty home run than a walk. Not overpowering. Best fastball about 90. Outstanding changeup. No great sinker or curveball. And Carros has got a base hit. So for the second inning in a row, the initial 2 Dodger batters single. Gagnon and Prince did it in the third. The Dodgers came away with nothing. Now let's see what happens in the fourth. Mondesi comes up. Youngsters will enjoy a great new giveaway at Dodger Stadium on Thursday, July 24th. All kids 14 and under will receive a free Mike Piazza replica jersey T-shirt when the Dodgers finish their 3-game series with the New York Mets. Order tickets early for jersey T-shirt night and catch the Dodgers-Mets game by calling 213-224-1-HIT. Operators are standing by tonight. Raul Mondesi put Garrett Anderson on the warning track in center field his first time up. 3-0 in favor of the Angels. They got a run in the first. Tony Phillips homered. 26th time in his career he led off with a home run. And then Tony came up with a 2-run single off Chano Park in the second. That's been it. Dickson wants to talk to Leyritz and go through, I think, a new set of signs here. Jason Dickson is eligible for Rookie of the Year honors, although he made 7 starts last August and September, went 1-4 with an ERA of 4.5. The last starting pitcher to win the American League Rookie of the Year award was Dave Righetti of the Yankees back in 1981. Of course, 81 was the year the Dodgers beat the Yankees in the World Series. Two on, nobody out. 3-0 Angels in the fourth. And Mondesi takes a pitch outside, ball 1. Mondesi has hit almost .350 for the last 24 games. Dodger hitters are really picking it up. They're averaging over 5 runs a game for about a month. The problem is the pitchers have been giving up 5 runs a game of late. Breaking ball, line to diving third baseman Dave Hollins, who saves a run on a great play. So Dave, who is about to become a father for the 3rd time, his wife is due any moment, went sailing through the air and robbed Mondesi of a base hit and a possible RBI. Piazza, the runner at second. And that is the first out here in the top of the 4th inning. Dickson bailed out. Hollins not known for his defense. He loves to play third base compared to first base. And he just made a standout play, much to the dismay of Mr. Mondesi. All right, 1 out. Here's Todd Zeile. Zeile struck out his first time up. Todd in a 1-for-13 tailspin at the moment. He's only hit 180 with men in scoring position this year. And he takes a strike, 0-1. Angels manager Terry Collins was saying that Dickson can be tough to hit when he's making all his pitches because he keeps you off balance. He never lets the hitter get comfortable. Another chance for Hollins. He's going to go to the bag and try to double tie at first. Low throw, skips by Erstad. Now coming over to third is Carros as they run it down. And Malfitano is going to hold him at third base. And down to second goes Zeal. So the Angels lose a possible inning-ending double play for the second inning in a row. Hollins took the smash by Zeal, forced Piazza. He had plenty of time to get Zeal, who doesn't run well. But Dave, not known for his arm. It's not very accurate most of the time, and he bounced it, and Erstad couldn't come up with it. Carros came to third. Amalfitano was waving him home, and then Eric just stopped. Didn't think he could make it. Now Marcel Latchman, the Angels pitching coach, out talking to Jason Dickson. The Dodgers with runners at second and third, but now 2 out of the inning. Greg Gagne will be the batter. And Hollins will be charged with the error. Dodgers second baseman Trip Cromer had an error during the 2-run second inning for the Angels. Gagne single up the middle his first time up. Greg is hitting .315 on the road this year, much better than at Dodger Stadium. Nice stop by a sprawling Jim Leyrutz on a curveball. Ball 1. This is the first time these Dodger hitters ever seen Jason Dickson in a major league game. Hitters will usually take, they would say a minimum of 2 and maybe 3 at bats to be able to read a new pitcher. And that got the corner for a strike, 1-1. Jason grew up in a town of 6,300. The province of New Brunswick in Canada also produced major leaguers Real Cormier and Matt Stairs. Carros at third, Zeal at second, 2 out, 3-0 Angels in the fourth. The 1-1 pitch. Strike 2 to Gagne, 1-2. Dickson throws 2 types of fastballs. The curveball, the fine changeup, and he's not afraid to use any of them in any situation. Topper foul. We'll review all the major league scores for you in a few minutes. Interleague play continuing. Only one game in progress besides this one. Seattle and San Diego are 2-2 in the third inning. The Padres batting. Everything else is over. Joe Carter just singled in the winning run at Toronto, and the Blue Jays beat Montreal 7-6 in 13 innings. Carter also had a 2-run homer in that game. Vladimir Guerrero homered for Montreal, his 5th. Brother Wilton not playing for the Dodgers tonight. Out with the sprained left shoulder. It's a day-to-day situation. So Wilton resting. Hurt it taking a swing last night in the game against the Rangers. 1-2 pitch. Gagne takes just outside. 2-2. Here in the inning, Piazza and Carros open with singles. Mondesi hit a bullet, and third baseman Hollins made a great diving catch. Zeal had potential ground ball to third. Hollins forced Piazza through Wiley. Pass first, allowing Zeal to go to second. Carros went to third. Now Gagne up there 2-2. Gagne's hit .309 this year with men in scoring position. One of the better marks among the Dodgers. 2-2 pitch. Ground ball to the left side. Gary DiSarcina bobbles it. The Dodgers have their first run. Carros scores to make it Angels 3, Dodgers 1. Zeal goes over to third. Gagne aboard. And the inning is prolonged. Zeal tried to bother DiSarcina. He might have. Maybe Gary just took his eye off of it for an instant. And it will be an error on DiSarcina, the second straight error on the Angels. All right, here's Tom Prince, who singled to left field his first time up. Prince making his 26th start for the Dodgers the last 2 years behind the plate. The Dodgers have won 15 of the other 25 games. And Prince takes low, ball 1, 1-0. The Angels have been looking for starting pitching the last couple of weeks. They don't want to have to trade lefty Matt Parrish, who's one of their outstanding prospects. And Prince takes a strike, and the count goes to 1-1. Angels start the night 5.5 games back of the Mariners in the American League West. The Dodgers at this hour trail the Giants by 6.5 in the National League West. Prince fouls it back, and the count 1-2. Zeal, who could have been easily doubled up to end the inning, has gotten to third base with 2 outs on a couple of Anaheim Angel errors. Gagne on the last error is still at first. No RBI. Jason Dickson ahead on the count, decides to go over to first and drives Gagne back. A couple of weeks ago at Dodger Stadium, the Dodgers won both games against the Angels, 4-3 and 7-5. Zeal hit a game-winning home run off Troy Percival in the 9th inning to win the 4-3 game. Prince hits a flare into right field, might be trouble. Salmon can't get it, and the Dodgers get another run. Over to third goes Gagne, and it's 3-2 Angels. And Tom Prince is 2 for 2. That's his 5th RBI. So a shoddy Angels defense allowing the Dodgers to score a pair. Jason Dickson could easily have been out of this inning with a 3-0 lead. Instead, now it's 3-2. Here is the 7th man to bat in the 4th, Sean Ho Park. So Hollins committing 1 error. DiSarcina committed another. And then a little parachute job to right for an RBI hit for Prince. I set Sean Ho's up. I'm thinking National League rules. This is Trip Cromer, the second baseman, batting 9th. Cromer sacrificed his first time up. And he hits a breaking ball and pops it up out in the shallow right center field. Long run for Salmon, but Timmy's there now to make the catch. So the Dodgers are literally handed 2 runs, 3 hits, 2 big errors, and 2 left. At the end of 3.5, Angels 3, Dodgers 2.
Please leave a message after the tone.
Hey, buddy, I know you're still covering that game in Chicago or New York or was it Atlanta? Anyway, listen, I haven't been able to get over to your place for quite a while. I kind of had this ugly unicycle accident, and I can't really move well. Anyway, don't worry about your 2 bunnies, Sam and Harriet. I left them plenty of food and water last time I was there. They should be fine.
Fox Sports News, we are there after the game to cover your home team, the Dodgers, only on Fox Sports West 2.
Nothing more exciting than a rundown.
Local boy Todd Zeal wears Dodger blue on Fox Sports West 2. Home team's Fox attitude.
If you didn't watch Extra Sports Live this morning, you missed.
The Fearsome Foursome still does stuff together, right?
We have been together over, I guess, about 30-some years, and we're close friends, and we do things together. We help each other. If Merlin calls us, we're there. If Lamar or Deacon, we're there. If I call them, they're there. So it's that kind of relationship. We've maintained it over the years, and we support each other in our various endeavors.
Extra Sports Live, weekday mornings from 6 to 9 on Fox Sports West 2.
You're watching Dodgers baseball on Fox Sports West 2.
Tony Phillips 3. Angel defense 2. Dodgers say thanks for the charity. We'll take it. And we're getting ready for the bottom of the fourth inning at Anaheim with Luis Alicea, Gary DiSarcina, and Phillips coming up to face Chan Ho Park. All 6 Dodger hits have been singles, and Tony Phillips has both Angel hits. Solo homer, 2-run single in the first 2 innings. Alicea hit a home run yesterday in the 9th inning at Denver off Steve Reed of the Rockies. And the Angels won behind Chuck Finley's strong pitching performance, 4-1. They split those 2. Alicea used to be at the Cardinals. Popped up foul and out of play. You might find this a bit surprising, as I did. Over the last 3 years, Anaheim Stadium has been the best home run park in the American League. Smash to Carros off his glove. Can't slow it down. He'll have to hustle down the line. And on aboard at first is Alicea. Ball was hit hard. Leadoff man aboard. And DiSarcina coming up. On the glove side, and Eric couldn't one-handed. DiSarcina struck out his first time up tonight, chased a bad pitch. And it looked like Chan Ho might get out of that 2nd inning. There were runners at 2nd and 3rd. That became the 2nd out. But then Tony Phillips rocked a 2-run single. Official score still looking at the videotape, not judging yet whether Alicea is safe on a hit or an error. Anyway, the Angels and their opponents the last 3 years have combined to hit 18% more home runs during the Angels home games than during the road game. Ground to the left side. Zeal goes down to second to Cromer for 1. Back to Carros for an easy Dodger double play. The Dodgers have turned the fewest double plays in Major League Baseball. Tony Phillips coming up for the 3rd time. Here's what happened in the first. Chan Ho left it over the plate, and Tony smacked it. His 4th home run. His 2nd leadoff homer this year. And that gave the Angels a quick 1-0 lead. Then Tony singled in 2 off of Chan Ho in the 2nd. And the Dodgers back for 2 unearned runs here in the 4th. Tony Phillips was going to quit baseball about a year and a half ago, and Dusty Baker talked him out of it. Fastball in the inside corner for a strike. Dusty had been a teammate of Tony's at Oakland, as had Davey Lopes and Joe Morgan, among others. And Phillips told Baker in spring training a year ago in March, "They don't give me any respect, Dusty." And Tony laughs now. He said, "Dusty got right up in my face and screamed at me. Said respect. They didn't give Hank Aaron respect. He had 755 home runs. You ought to be having the time of your life right now because you don't need the game anymore. You did it. You made it. Now think of all those kids in your ball club. I know God didn't give you all that talent, all that knowledge to take it to the hills and keep it to yourself." And Phillips said, "I tell myself he's right," and he stayed. Dave Waller's coming out. Chan Ho may have hurt himself. They're going to give Luis Alicea a base hit. Too hot to handle. 3rd hit of the game for the Angels. I guess Chan Ho has persuaded him he's okay. No balls and 2 strikes to Tony Phillips. Phillips coming to the Angels from the White Sox in May, and since he came back to Anaheim, he has started at 5 positions. Left field, right field, second base, third base, and designated hitter. Very high for a ball. 2 years ago, Tony hit a career-high 27 home runs for the Angels, scored 119 runs. But the management didn't try to keep him when his $4.4 million contract expired after the year. Ooh, he almost walked into that, and he's screaming at Chan Ho. He's a very volatile baseball player. Prince and Phillips are pushing each other now. Carros trying to get between them. Here comes Terry Collins to grab Phillips. The bench is clear. Here they come in from the Dodger bullpen. The Angels come in from the other side. from their bullpen. They moved Sean-Ho Park away. And our first on-the-field altercation in some time for the Dodgers. The fella who was trying to keep Sean-Ho back was the Angels catcher Chad Kruger, who came with Phillips from the White Sox in that trade. And Prince is very upset. Gagne talking to Phillips. They were together in the American League for a number of years. American League umpires standing in now trying to separate the principals, restore a little order here. Sports Illustrated did a story a few weeks ago on Tony Phillips, and in it they said he is an enigma wrapped inside a puzzle stuffed inside a powder keg. He has not only a temper but also a penchant for saying whatever he thinks, no matter whom it offends or how much trouble it may get him in. Paul Molitor described Tony Phillips as the Charles Barkley of baseball. I can't think of anyone who is more direct. Now, Wilson Guerrero is trying to keep Roger Cedeno out of this thing. A lot of people in baseball believe that Tony Phillips is both the best leadoff hitter in the league and also one of the fieriest players in baseball. All right, let's see if anybody's going to be ejected after all this. Phillips buzzed by a park pitch. Shouted at Sean-Ho. Took a step out toward him after this pitch. He's always moving around the batter's box. Little chin music, and Phillips started yelling. He talks a whole lot, usually to umpires and rival catchers. But this time he was upset with the Dodger pitcher. And Tom Prince wanted to make sure that Phillips didn't have thoughts of going. So Tom Prince stepped in front. And Tony didn't like that too much. And they started pushing each other. Carros, the first guy in to intervene. Now the four American League umpires are going to gather up along third and try to make a decision. All the relievers are going back to their bullpens. I didn't see any punches thrown. There are the two managers, Bill Russell and Terry Collins, in the Dodger organization together for 8 years or more. Both of them managed at Albuquerque earlier in their managerial careers. Tony Phillips is 38 years old. He has been in pro baseball long enough to have been traded for Willie Montañez. Remember that name? Well, apparently nobody has been booted out. Prince is still handling Park, but the umpires are still meeting. So the plate umpire, Mark Johnson, is considered one of the best ball strike umpires in the American League, is talking. DeSarcina and Gagne, the two shortstops, and Greg just put his arm around Gary. And a lot of shoving. Big smile on Mark Johnson's face. I think what we'll probably get here is a warning. That's a bad rule because they warned both ball clubs, and now Jason Dickson cannot retaliate for the Angels. If he comes close, he could get kicked out, and Terry Collins will be automatically ejected as well. Jim Leyritz looking on. No, nobody was ejected from the game, so here we go. We had a little break in the action, that's all. The count is 2 balls and 2 strikes. The score is 3-2 Angels, bottom of the fourth. 2 men out, nobody on for Anaheim. And Phillips back in there. Tried for the outside corner and missed. There are only two batters in the American League who've had more walks this year than Phillips. Jay Buhner and Jim Thome. Tony had walked 61 times this season. So let's see what Sean Ho gives him. 3 and 2 here. And time is called. Now Johnson indicates to Park he can pitch. And here comes the 3-2. Got him swinging. For Park, his third strikeout. And he had to love that. At the end of 4, Angels 3, Dodgers 2.
It's the July 4th special edition savings event at your Chevy dealer. You said, we want more time to pay, and we want savings on every payment.
You win.
Now get low 3.9% financing, 3.9% GMAC financing, not just for a year or two, but for up to 60 months.
You win.
Yes, you do. Hurry to your Southern California Chevrolet dealer now.
It's hard on us, you know.
It's the stop and go.
You never stop.
Traffic can be tough.
It's ridiculous.
You gotta sort of stay on top of it.
It's tough being a cab, but when you get that Chevron with Techron, you know, it helps keep my engine
clean because it's a dirty job. Someone has to do it.
All the help.
No gasoline cleans your engine better than Chevron with Techron. Chevron, simply smarter.
I fantasize about Europe.
The drivers over there are crazy, man.
Is that right?
Oh, yeah.
I'm Steve Avison for Discovery News with an update on NASA's Pathfinder mission to Mars.
It's July 2nd, and Pathfinder is 695,000 miles from Mars, heading toward the red planet at 12,000 miles per hour.
This July 4th, spend the day on Mars with live late-breaking coverage as this historic event unfolds.
Discovery News Special Report, Mars Live, all-day coverage Friday with a wrap-up at 11 Eastern and Pacific on the Discovery Channel.
Bert Pulitzer, affordable designer clothes with classic American fit, comfort, and quality workmanship. For the man who chooses updated traditional fashion, Bert Pulitzer.
Dodger fans, here's your chance to interact with us by faxing your questions to us throughout the game tonight. Just fax your questions toll-free to a new number, 1-888-371-5888. We'll try to answer your questions on the air. Once again, the number tonight, 1-888-371-5888. Well, a little brouhaha in the ballpark. We go to the 5th. Brett Butler leads off. The Angels have a 3-2 lead over the Dodgers. And Jason Dickson shows Brett that great changeup of his for his strength. Butler has struck out swinging and been aboard an infield single, his 15th infield hit of the year. Got missed away, 1-1. Tom Prince stepping in to help Sean Ho Park to keep Tony Phillips from going to the mound. Brett takes his strike, 1-2. We're told that after Phillips hit his home run in the first inning on Sean Ho, he started getting on Park from the Angels dugout from that time on. And Sean Ho probably hurt him. Then after he got a 2-run single, well, breaking ball rolled out to second base. Alicea picks it up and throws out Butler. Brett, the only Dodger not to bat, he and Hollingsworth in the last inning. So 1 out, Hollingsworth coming up. Sunday night's classic football game on Fox Sports West 2 will be the 1990 game between the Bruins and the Trojans. A record-setting shootout that featured quarterbacks Tommy Maddox and Todd Marinovich. Sunday night at 6:30 right here on Fox Sports West 2. Todd Hollingsworth popped up in the first inning, came up in the third with the bases loaded and 1 out. Todd had been the toughest man to get the ground into a double play last year in the National League. He'd done it only twice last year. Tonight he grounded into his 7th double play this year. And we've just started July. 0-1. Holly is hitting .200 against right-handed pitchers in the league this year. Was hitting better against left-handers. That fastball is up. 1-1. Earlier in the season, the Angels pitchers were having trouble seeing their catcher's signs out here at Anaheim Stadium because of the shadows around the plate even at night. Slug to right field. Salmon goes back, and this was a low line drive off the wall. Hollingsworth on the way for a double, and he's in there. Todd Hollingsworth with his third double now in the last 2 nights. A low line drive. That was crushed. Hollingsworth extends the Dodgers streak of at least 1 extra base hit now in 61 straight games. So the tying run in scoring position, 1 out of the 5th, and here's Piazza, who has struck out swinging and singled. What a month of June Mike had. The National League Player of the Month in June hit .431. Breaking ball, chase and miss. That's the pitch that Dickson got him to go after to strike him out in the first inning tonight. Three to 2 Angels. We're in the 5th. Piazza and Todd Worrell represented the Dodgers on the National League All-Star team last year. Mike will be the only Dodger this year. He was the only Dodger in 1994. Up the middle, center field, base hit. Hollingsworth headed home. Garrett Anderson's throw. Not in time, and the Dodgers have come from 3 runs behind to tie it. Well, Mike Piazza is 48th RBI. Is he some hitter? For 25 games now, Mike Piazza's at .450. .47 hits in June, the most in Major League Baseball. So Hollingsworth races home with the tying run, and the Dodgers come back to knot it. Here's Carros, who has struck out and singled. That's the first earned run off Jason Dickson tonight. Carros sends a fly ball to Salmon, and Tam puts it away for the second out. That'll bring on Mondesi. He flied to deep center, and then a line drive that third baseman Holland speared his last time up. I was wondering how many times in recent years the Dodgers have had only 1 player represent them at the All-Star game. Don Sutton was the only Dodger in 1972. Then you had to go to 1988. That's a World Championship year, as it turns out, for the Dodgers. But the only player from the club on the All-Star squad that year was Oral Hershiser. Breaking ball. Misses DeMondesi, ball 1. In 1992, Mike Sharperson represented the Dodgers at the All-Star game. We lost Mike last year in May in an automobile accident in Las Vegas. And I say Piazza, only Dodger in 94, and Piazza the only Dodger in 97. So not many times has only 1 Dodger gone to the All-Star Classic. Curveball, Mondesi takes a strike, 1-1. When the Angel pitchers were having trouble seeing the catcher signs earlier in the year because of the shadows around the plate, even at night, Jim Leyritz painted his fingers with whiteout. Doesn't seem that dark tonight. One and 2 to Mondesi. Three tie. You know, in the 1960s and 1970s, a prevailing wind blew in from the outfield here at Anaheim Stadium. But after the 1979 season, the park was changed to suit the Rams. Triple deck seats were constructed behind the outfield walls, completely enclosing the stadium and cutting off the wind. Now the 1-2 pitch. Breaking ball is down. 2-2. Jason Dickson has been pitching some good baseball in his rookie season with the Angels. 8 wins, 4 losses. He has been getting them into the late innings in almost every one of his starts. He has seen a 3-run lead slip away tonight. And Mondesi able to hold up on a pitch just outside. And the count 3-2. So with 2 outs in the inning, that will turn Piazza loose from first base. Todd Zeile is on deck. as he grounds it foul. Back to third. By next April, there'll be 45,000 seats available for the Angels home games. They're undergoing a $100 million renovation here of Anaheim Stadium. It's been done in 3 phases. They're halfway through phase 2. In phase 1, they removed the outfield seating and football press box, reconstructed the baseball press box levels, constructed dugout level suites, and relocated jumbotron. Now they're renovating club level seats, relocating the bullpens, constructing the outfield concourse, completing dug level suites. Here's a base hit, and Piazza will stop at second base. So the Dodgers starting to hit Jason Dickson. 3 singles in the 3rd inning, 3 singles in the 4th inning, a double, and 2 singles now in the 5th inning. Runners at 1st and 2nd with 2 out, and that'll bring on Zeal, who has struck out, been aboard on the fielder's choice. And Marcel Latchman may get somebody up in a moment in the Angels bullpen. That is 9 hits for the Dodgers. And remember, Dickson got the first 6 men to face him. 4 on strikeouts. Old friend Kevin Gross now the Angels out in the bullpen tonight. Zeal got a pitch that was a little bit up. Ball 1, 1-0. Finally in October to finish phase 3 here at Anaheim Stadium, they'll construct an exterior plaza, stair elevator towers, a new stadium club, and what they call outfield extravaganza. Renovate the food services facilities and install new seating. Cobb looks at a strike, 1-1. Pep Harris gets up in the Angels bullpen. 3-3 tie. We're in the 5th. And that's a strike. 1-2 to Zeal. Tom Brent's cooling off. We get a fax from Ed over at Ukaipa tonight as Tom Brent's ever been kicked out of the game. Ed, we'd have to research that. We don't have that handy. The 1-2 pitch, breaking ball stays outside. 2-2 to Zeal. Giants lost today. Oakland mauled them 8-1. Mark McGwire had his major league leading 30th homer. Scott Spezio had a 2-run homer. Oakland had a 6-run 5th to break a 1-1 tie. And Tony Batista also homered for the A's. McGwire made some history today. 8th time he's hit 30 in a season, surpassing Jimmy Fox for the most in franchise history. Zeal fouls it out of play. Dusty's got to be a little bit of concern because the Giants, who lost yesterday to Seattle 15-4, have now given up 17 home runs the last 6 games. Colorado got plastered tonight at Arlington. Rangers must have gotten home from Los Angeles about 4:30 in the morning and went out tonight and killed Colorado 9-1. Damon Buford had the big hit, a 3-run double to help John Burkett. And here Zeal strikes out, and the Dodgers lead 2 more. 1 run, 3 hits, 2 left. Halfway point in Anaheim, a 3-3 tie.
Junky antique shops. I like. You want me to tell you what my Discover card statement says? Just little things that make a girl sing. I have fish, and I have birds, and I have dogs. Mangoes. Cecilia Bartoli, and something by Puccini. Floridita Cuban restaurant, fabulous. I stuck to my diet a little bit. That cash bonus thing at the end of the year.
How many credit cards make a statement like that?
Live a little.
It pays to Discover. Use it where you see the Novus sign.
We at The Good Guys have gone to some pretty extreme lengths to prove just how good we are. We violated traffic laws to show you how helpful we can be.
I can make a little adjustment to it right now.
We've used large rodents to demonstrate our vast product
Indigenous
knowledge.
to Brazil, it can weigh up to 154 pounds.
Along the way, we've even saved a life or 2.
We've got to go in there and fix that.
This weekend, we thought we'd do something a little more down to earth. The Good Guys 4th of July sale, Friday through Sunday. You've seen what we can do, now see how little it costs.
Now, Wiener Schnitzel has antenna weenies. Get yours free with any combo purchase. Hurry in for your free antenna weenie and display it proudly.
The Dodgers have overcome a 3-run lead and tied the Angels. 3-3 will go to the bottom of the 5th. Darren Erstad, Dave Hollins, and Jim Edmonds ready to go against Chon Ho Park. Erstad tonight is grounded to first, fly to left. Darren bunts up along third, but foul. What a great athlete this young man was in the state of North Dakota. He was from Jamestown, North Dakota. So small a community, they didn't even have enough boys to have a high school baseball team. So Darren played football and hockey, ran track. He did play American Legion baseball in the summers, then went to the University of Nebraska. Became a star outfielder, punter on the Cornhusker football team that won the national title in '94. And was the Angels' #1 choice in the nation in the 1995 draft. He'd only played 3 games at first base as a pro when the Angels put him there. 1-1. Erstad, when asked about Jamestown, North Dakota, said it is known for having the world's largest buffalo, a 60-ton bison that grazes right off Interstate 94. Nice breaking ball on the count 1-2. Darren underwent knee surgery prior to his senior year in high school and then went out and won the North Dakota State 110 and 300-meter hurdles championships. 1-2 pitch. Breaking ball. Got him. Prince will have to throw Erstad out. But he does, and Chon Ho has another strikeout. The Dodgers on Fox Sports West 2 are brought to you by Discover Card, who on behalf of the Dodgers is happy to make a donation of $500 to the Make-A-Wish Foundation for every Dodger Grand Slam. And we continue to wait for the first Dodger Grand Slam of this year. And this is game 83. Park just got his 4th strikeout of the night. Now here's Hollins, who's flied to right and walk. Ball 1 to Dave. Lifted foul, out of play. No balls, 2 strikes. Down in San Diego tonight, Seattle's pitching Jeff Fassero. The Padres are going with Joey Hamilton. Ken Griffey Jr. doubled in a run in the Seattle first. Ricky Henderson, for the 71st time in his career, hit a home run to begin the bottom of the first off Fassero. That's a record. Hollins fouls it back, 1-2. Russ Davis hit a solo homer for Seattle in the second to make it 2-1 Mariners, but Tony Gwynn doubled in the tying run in the bottom of the third. And Chris Gomez hit a 2-run homer off Fassero in the 4th. And Chris Jones, his fielder's choice, got another run home for San Diego in the 5th to make it 5-2. And now Paul Sorrento has homered for Seattle in the 6th, and it's 5-3 Padres. Dodgers will be in San Diego over the weekend. Friday night, Saturday afternoon, Sunday afternoon. We'll have the Friday night and Sunday afternoon games for you on KTLA Channel 5. Hollins fouls another one back. Atlanta beat the Yankees today 2-0. Greg Maddux pitched a 3-hitter. Did not walk a batter. He's not walked a batter in his last 5 games, covering 36 innings. Is he something? Breaking ball didn't work to Hollins, 2-2. Ryan Klesko hit his 2nd homer in as many days. So the Braves won 7 of the last 8. They're starting to heat up. Maddux is 11-3. He threw 86 pitches today, got his 23rd career shutout. Baltimore ripped Philadelphia again, 10-6. Jeff Rabelais' 3-run double snapped a 4-4 7th-inning tie. Park ready for a 2-2 pitch to Dave Hollins. Fastball, foul back. Detroit's Tigers beat the Mets again, 9-7 to sweep that 3-game series. Damian Easley, Tony Clark, and Melvin Nieves all homered for Detroit. Would you believe in that series in 3 games, the Tigers out-homered the Mets 14-0. Another fastball, so the duel goes on, 2-2, Park and Hollins. Florida beat Boston tonight 3-2. Gary Sheffield's RBI single was the difference. Kevin Brown allowed 2 runs over 6 2/3 innings to get the win. Houston beat Oral Hershiser and Cleveland 6-2. Mike Hampton not only pitched his first complete game in over a year, but he had a 2-run triple. Sandy Alomar got a hit for Cleveland and a 28-game hitting streak. Ooh, that was awfully close to take. In the National League, he probably gets that pitch. Awfully good pitch. And Chano wanted it badly. He'll take a walk out behind the mound, smile. Mark Johnson, the American League umpire, ruled it ball 3. Popped up foul, and again over our head, back out of play. Jason Schmidt is pitching great baseball for Pittsburgh. He pitched a 5-hitter tonight for his second straight complete game. Recorded a season high 10 strikeouts, came within 1 out of his first career shutout, and beat the White Sox 3-1. So the Pirates swept 3 from the White Sox and held Chicago to 2 runs in the 3 games, and the Pirate pitcher struck out 28. Boy, Holland is hanging tough. Cubs beat Kansas City 3-2. Sammy Sosa homer drove in a couple runs, and Kevin Foster won his 10th. And the Cubs swept the Royals in 3. Cincinnati beat Milwaukee 7-4. Brett Tomko won his 5th straight decision for the Reds. And Willie McGee's home run in the 10th inning gave St. Louis a 2-1 win over Minnesota. Cardinals finally got to 500 for the first time this year. And Hollins wins the battle. That was a great at bat for Dave. John Ho walks his third man. He's also hit 2 Angels. And with 1 out of the 5th, Jim Edmonds followed by Tim Salmon. Tony Phillips has been right in the middle of this game tonight. He's driven in all 3 runs for the Angels. Screened at Park. They almost had a fight. Tony recently told Sports Illustrated, "You know what my lifelong problem is? I've always had little man's disease. I didn't have a chip on my shoulder. It was a chunk." Oh, 0-1 to Holland, or to Edmonds, who's been hit by a pitch and struck out. Jim is really hurting, but he's out there playing. Hit a 2-run homer yesterday at Denver. I thought he was going to the disabled list before the game. Guy has a great competitive attitude. Has torn cartilage in his left knee right now. Three tie. We're in the 5th. Angels got 1 in the first, 2 in the second. Dodgers got 2 in the 4th, 1 here in the 5th. Sean O's going to tie his shoe. Brian Cassingham from Costa Mesa faxes us. You mentioned, Ross, the Dodgers have now had extra base hits in 61 straight games. Is that the current major league high? What's the all-time record? Brian, again, that's one of those things you don't have handy. I know the Pirates opened the year with an extra base hit in each of, I think, their first 60 or 63 games this year. Dodgers have not had only singles in a game since April 19th. The runner goes on a big jump on Park, and they still got him. Tom Prince able to throw out Dave Hollins, and I don't know how in the world he did it, because Hollins was in motion. Park was slow to the plate, and what a throw by Prince. Gagne applies the tag, and American Legion Park Gary Cedarstrom calls him out. Now there's a drive into right center field. Mondesi will try to cut it off, which he does, and he'll hold Edmonds to a long single. Jim had an RBI double off Chun Ho a couple of weeks ago at Dodger Stadium. So the Angels have their 4th hit tonight. The Dodgers have 9. And here's Salmon, who has flied to center and been hit by a pitch. We talk about the courage of Jim Edmonds. Several injuries. He must have 4 or 5 nagging injuries. The torn cartilage in the knee is the worst thing. And Tim Salmon has been playing under a lot of pressure because of his wife Marcy. The two of them were having lunch a couple of weeks ago, well, back in late May. And Tim noticed that there was a bump on Marcy's throat. So she went to a doctor, and they found out she had thyroid cancer. And about that time, as you could imagine, Tim went into a slump, a protracted slump. And then the good news came down a few weeks later that Marcy was going to be okay. She had an operation, and the doctors feel that she's going to be 100% okay, and Tim has swung the bat very well ever since. 1 ball and 1 strike. Brett Butler knows all about cancer in the battle. Eric Davis, the former Dodger, battling it right now. Scott Rudensky of the Dodgers had Hodgkin's disease 3 years ago. Ground ball to third. Zeal backhands, bobbles from his knees, goes to second, throws it into right field. An ill-advised play by Todd, and the Angels will have runners at first and third. That'll be the 4th error of the night and the 2nd of the Dodgers. Salmon hit the ball hard. Zeal backpedaled, backhanded, kicked off his glove, went to his knees, fielded it, realized he couldn't go to first, and threw the ball way past Cromer. I'll be the first guy to tell you I've been better off holding the ball. All right, here's Garrett Anderson. He's walked and flied to left. So both clubs a little sloppy tonight. We're 5 innings in the game, already had 4 errors. In fact, they're going to give Todd Zeal a double error. First for bobbling the ground ball, then for the bad throw. So a 5-error game. Not good. Garrett Anderson's hurting. He's playing with a tight left hamstring. He had a 2-run double off of Park in Los Angeles in June. And a good fastball, and Chanho evens the count 1-1. Three tie, bottom of the 5th inning. Tomorrow night, a Dale Nomo for the Dodgers, Alan Watson for the Angels, right here on Channel 5. Swung on and lifted out into left center field. Butler and Hollingsworth, and Butler makes the catch. Almost a lack of communication. Butler says to Todd, I'm the captain. No run to hit, 2 errors, 2 left into 5, 3-3.
You've never seen anything like it. It's the Ford Factory Challenge. The factory says 10,000 Fords have to go, and they've given your Ford dealer unbelievable interest rates to work with. 1.9% APR for 48 months. On Taurus, Escort, Contour, even the brand new ZX2. Or how about 3.9 for 60 months? Rates like these will keep your payments low for years, but they'll only be around for days.
When's the last time you saw our neighbor?
Long time. Too long. He's set in an emergency. Hello?
It's a seesaw battle with both pitchers and hitters digging in. Nobody's given any ground. It's a whole new season of excitement lately, and you shouldn't miss any.
Oh, look, he's a Fox Sports News guy.
I wonder he's never here.
Fox Sports News. We are there after the game to cover your home team, the Dodgers, only on Fox Sports West 2.
You have the right to remain silent. You have the right to an attorney. This telecast is the property of Fox Sports Net, its affiliate, and Major League Baseball. Any rebroadcast without the express written consent of Fox and Major League Baseball is strictly prohibited. Do you understand these rights?
It's a little early for pen and fever.
The Dodgers Hideo Nomo is a force of nature on Fox Sports West 2. Home team's Fox attitude. You're watching Dodgers baseball on Fox Sports West 2.
Folks, you can receive a free Dodger Blue Fielder's glove and a certificate for a free Dodger baseball when the Dodgers host the Pittsburgh Pirates at Dodger Stadium for the last time this season. Order tickets early for you and your family by visiting the Dodger Stadium Advance Ticket Office, any ETM ticket machine in selected Hughes, Pavilions, or Gelson's, or call 213-224-1-HIT. Monday night, July 28th. Gene Lamont will bring the Pirates in. There's the boss. Dodger President Peter O'Malley seated alongside the great former coach of the USC Trojans, Rod Dados. SC Ball Club's won 11 NCAA baseball titles. Nice evening here, 81 degrees at the Big A as we started play. We thank you for joining us tonight on Fox Sports West 2. I'm Ross Porter with Vin Scully. 34,507 the paid attendance. And Greg Gagne will lead it off against Jason Dickson. Dodgers have had 3 hits in each of the last 3 innings, but they've stranded 2 runners in each inning. And Gagne lines one into right center, just past Alicea, who couldn't come back with it. So Gags has 2 singles. The other time he was safe on an error. 10 hits off of Jason Dickson tonight. Todd Hollingsworth's double and 9 singles. Tom Prince has 2 of those singles. He's coming up now. And an RBI. We get a fax from John Rusvold in Hemet, California. Last year, Todd Hollingsworth became the everyday left fielder after Bill Russell became the manager. and abandoned the platoon with Billy Ashley. Prior to that, has there been a left-handed batter to come up to the Dodgers organization and win an everyday position since Walter Alston was manager? I recall that Greg Brock platoon with Enos Cabell and that Mike Scioscia platoon with Steve Yeager and later with Rick Dempsey. Guys like Landreau, Gibson, DeShields were established starters with other Major League clubs before becoming Dodgers. I'm hard-pressed to think of a lefty position player who came up through the ranks. Prince takes high. Well, John, Mike Scioscia, who's now the Dodgers dugout coach, was the opening day catcher for 9 years. There's Soch, left-handed hitter. Franklin Stubbs, a left-handed hitter, was the Dodgers opening day left fielder in '86, opening day first baseman in '87. And Henry Rodriguez, another left-handed batter, opened in '94 in left field and in '95 in right field. Those are the three I come up with. But you make a very good point. There haven't been many. In fact, Mark Wicker, yesterday in his column in the Orange County Register, pointed out that the last Dodger left-handed batter to drive in more than 100 runs was Duke Snyder with 101 in 1956. One 0 pitch to Prince, and Dickson again over to first, driving Gagne back. Craig Anderson from Peoria, Arizona, faxes us a question. What is with these different home jerseys the American League teams are wearing? Is it something to do with history? Throwback to the old days when some of these teams were in different leagues? Runner goes. The pitch is hit off of Prince's front foot foul, and Gagne will come back. Craig, the Angels are wearing this uniform tonight one time only. And after the game, I guess they're going to autograph the jerseys and auction them at a charity down here in Orange County. So you won't see that jersey again after tonight, we are told. Gagne back to first base. The count to Prince 1-1. Cromer is on deck. Nobody out. Sixth inning, 3-3. We go to the seventh at San Diego. Padres 5, Mariners 3. Prince studying to Malfitano to see if they might play a little hit and run again. Leyritz almost got crossed up. He went right and the pitch sailed back left. Hideo Nomo and Alan Watson here tomorrow night. Both 7-game winners. 7:05 start. KBC, the Dodger Radio Network, and KTLA Channel 5. Jim wearing one of those Charlie O'Brien type catcher's mask. Almost a hockey style mask. Runner goes. Pitch swung on a miss. The throw down, and Gagne is out at second base, and he knew it. Alicea makes the tag. So the Dodgers did play hit and run, and it backfired on them. Leyritz, who came from the Yankees to the Angels because he said, I want to catch almost every day, and made a good play there. 2-2 pitch on the way. Low ball 3. Get a fax from Tony Reimer in Corona Del Mar. She says, greetings to Ross and Vin. What's the story on the silver gray protective gear that Piazza was using on the last trip to San Francisco? Speaking of catcher's gear. Well, Tony, Mike likes the silver gray protective gear because the company he works with is putting that out. However, they are about to put out, he tells me, one of those hockey style masks, and he may switch to that when they do. Here's a little blooper out in the center field. Garrett Anderson comes up and one-hands it. And they're 2 men out of the Dodgers 6th inning. They get Prince for the first time tonight. Here's Trip Cromer. He sacrificed and flying to right. Well, the Angels bat in the bottom of the 6th, lower third of the order. Leyritz, Alicea, and DiSarcina. Angels scored the first 3. The Dodgers have come back to tie. And a breaking ball to Cromer is good for a strike, 0-1. Missed the inside corner. Get a fax from Terry Arford tonight. Terry's in Arleta. Whatever happened to umpire Dutch Renner? Always enjoyed his most animated calls of strike one. Dutch is living down Vero Beach, Florida. Terry, retired. And Hollins can't get that one. That could well be the third error of the night on the Angels to match the Dodger total. What's going on here? Hollins with his second error. As we said, David has never been noted for his glove. Got a lot of pop in that bat, switch hitter. He has now made 14 errors this year, the most of any Angel. Here's Butler. Brother struck out, singled, and grounded out. Down the middle for a strike, 0-1. Todd Zeal's 2 errors tonight give him 14. That leads the Dodgers. So Burr, third baseman, having tough nights defensively. High for a ball, 1-1. We hear from Christopher Head. He wants to know if the night games like tonight when Sean Ho is pitching are games televised back to Korea. Yes, they almost all are. Here's a swing and a miss by Butler, 1-2. It's what, 14 or 15 hours later over there. Friday afternoon, I think, in Korea. Of course, all of Hideo Nomo's games televised back to Japan. Thursday. Yeah, that's right. I'm a day ahead of myself. This is Wednesday, isn't it? Wednesday we must be at Anaheim, right? We're here tomorrow night, too, when Hideo Nomo will pitch against Alan Watson. One ball, 2 strikes to Brett Butler. Chris Head also tells us that his son Josh pitched a no-hitter today in the Babe Ruth League in Pasadena Major CIF ball. So congratulations, Josh. They want to know what Jim Abbott's doing. I think Jim is back with his family. And out of baseball. In the dirt. 2-2 to 22. Get a fax from Craig in Little Rock, California tonight. Is Chris Gwynn still playing? No, Craig, he's not. I asked Brother Tony the other day what Chris is doing. He's a sports talk show host in San Diego, among other things, and also working with Tony's wife Alicia with her company down there. Cromer at first, 2 out, 3-3, 6th inning. And Dixon's 2-2 pitch and sends it through the first. And Cromer gets back. Jeff Blythe in Glendale says it looks like Darren Erstad, the Angel first baseman, stands with his left foot over the line in foul territory when he's guarding a runner. Doesn't that take him out of the play? Well, it could, Jeff, on a ground ball hit just to his right. But he's also blocking the line. He comes off of it now, and Butler drives one into center field in front of Anderson, and the Dodgers have their 11th hit of the evening. Cromer stops at second. So Jason Dickson is living dangerously. 3 singles, but no runs against him in the third. 3 singles and 2 errors for 2 unearned runs in the Dodger fourth. A double and 2 singles for the tying run of the 5th. Now 2 singles here in the 6th plus an error, but because Gagne was caught stealing, the Dodgers have only the 2 runners with 2 outs. And here's Hollinsworth, who's popped up, grounded into a double play, doubled and scored a run. Fastball outside. The Dodgers have out-hit the Angels 10-4, but we are all even. Thanks to all you fans for sending us faxes here on Fox Sports West 2. We've had a big increase in faxes the last couple of weeks. That is taken low. 2 balls, no strikes. now here is Marcel Latchman. Go back out to talk to Jason Dickson. San Diego still leading Seattle 5-3. They're in the 7th, but the Mariners have the bases loaded with 2 men out down at the Murph. We got the pitching matchup for that weekend series, the Dodgers and the Padres. Friday night, Pedro Estacio and Danny Jackson at 6:05 on Channel 5. Saturday at 1:05, Ismael Valdez and Andy Ashby. Fox will have that. And Sunday, 1:05, Tom Candiana and Sean Bergman on KTLA. And then the All-Star break. 2-0 pitch. Hollingsworth looks at a strike. 2-1. Cromer at second, Butler at first, 2 men out. Up the middle, bobbled again, bases loaded. Will it be the Angels' 4th error, the first on Alicea? Piazza's going to come up. Terry Collins says, I know there'll be nights like this. I think Alicea was going to flip it to DeSarcina and lost it. Yep, that's the 4th error of the night of the Angels. All right, here's Piazza. He has struck out and singled twice. Piazza picking up his 48th RBI when he singled Hollingsworth home in the 5th to tie it at 3. Nice stop by Leyritz. 7 errors, and we're in the top of the 6th inning. Cromer at third. He was safe on an error. Butler, who had an infield single, or a really base hit over the infield, is at second. Hollingsworth safe on an error, is at first. Grounded fair. Hollins out at third. What a play by Dave Hollins to get Butler for the 3rd out. Saved at least 2 runs. Maybe 3 after making 2 errors earlier in the game. What a play by Dave Hollins. We're still tied at the end of 5.5.
Your Dodge dealer is having an utterly unbelievable, absolutely amazing 4th of July event.
Excuse me. Let's just say that if you purchase any new Dodge Grand Caravan during our 4th of July event, you'll get $1,000 cash back.
So don't dilly-dally.
Or purchase this Dodge Dakota and get up to $1,350 off.
That's spectacular!
Or purchase Neon, Stratus, or Avenger right now and get 3.9 APR for up to 60 months.
But you better hurry!
Just see the friendly Dodge dealer near you. Yes, be there.
Lemon and Mathau are national treasures.
We are witnessing history here.
I've seen history, it stinks. They're dancing.
Oh, you moron, you don't even know how to dance.
Romancing their way into your heart.
I need to step outside.
We are outside.
Out to sea sails with laughter.
This is the Brazilian creep. In Brazil, it's just called the creep.
Oh. Out to sea.
What kind of a moron are you?
Rated PG-13. Now playing only in theaters.
I'm Steve Avison for Discovery News with an update on NASA's Pathfinder mission to Mars.
It's July 2nd, and Pathfinder is 695,000 miles from Mars, heading toward the red planet at 12,000 miles per hour.
This July 4th, spend the day on Mars with live late-breaking coverage as this historic event unfolds.
Discovery News Special Report, Mars Live, all-day coverage Friday with a wrap-up at 11 Eastern and Pacific on the Discovery Channel.
When you win this many races, the rewards gotta be big. New 76 NASCAR High Performance Motor Oil.
Dave Holland's committed his 13th and 14th errors of the season earlier in the night, but look at this play with the bases loaded and 2 out. He robs Piazza, keeps it from going down the line, dives, and beats Butler to the bag for the final out, so we stay 3-3. Jim Leyritz leads off, shows bunt, and Chano's breaking ball outside, ball 1. What a great play by Hollins. If he doesn't get that ball, I think 3 runs scored. Leyritz, a bit of one of the fielder's choice, and scored and then popped up. And Chano behind 2-0. Alisei on deck, and then DeSarcina. Fastball and a good one. 2-1. Joey Hamilton got out of that bases loaded jam in the 7th at San Diego, so the Padres still lead the Mariners 5-3. San Francisco lost 8-1 to Oakland. Colorado lost 9-1 at Texas. Dodgers have a chance to pull within 6 games of the Giants and a game and a half of Colorado. Right now the Dodgers lead the Padres by 4. That's high. 3-1. Leyritz might have helped Chano out there, and the count goes 3-2. Mark Guthrie up in the Dodger bullpen. Park has struck out 4, walked 3, and hit 2 batters. Hollins making the defensive play of the night after 2 miscues. This is Chano's 102nd pitch, and he walks Leyritz. There's another leadoff walk. Will harm Park again tonight, as it has in the past so many times this year. Alisei coming up. He sacrificed and singled, and Dave Waller's getting ready to go on the phone with the bullpen. The Dodgers in the last 4 innings have 11 hits off Jason Dickson. Scored 3 runs and left 9 men on base. And it's 3-3. Zeal is sneaking up at third. He's looking bunt. Angels have as many errors tonight as they have hits. Tony Line scored. 3-11-3 for the Dodgers. 3-4-4 for the Angels. Nice fastball by Chano. 0-1. Chano had his 24th birthday today. Still don't know what's going to happen about his Korean military service obligation. He's supposed to serve over there by the time he's 27. Now the 0-1 pitch. Very high. 1-1 to Alisei. Dodgers now will not be home until after the All-Star break. Then they'll play the Giants in a 4-game series, July 10th through 13th. One ball and 2 strikes to Alisei, whose brother Edwin was a replacement player for the Dodgers a couple of years ago when the major leaguers were on strike. That's fouled out of play. Lifted to Butler. That's the first out. DeSarcina coming up. Thursday night is Baseball Thursday on Fox Sports West, and this week's big game features Mark McGwire and the Oakland A's taking on Barry Bonds and the San Francisco Giants. That interleague contest starts live at 7 tomorrow night on Fox Sports West. Dusty Baker can't determine yet who's going to pitch tomorrow night for the Giants. Brad Rigby's supposed to go for Oakland. But Mark McGwire today with his 30th home run, the most in the majors this year. Mark was telling me when we were in Oakland a couple of weeks ago that he would love to play Major League Baseball in Southern California. His young son lives down here in Orange County. And Mark also said he wouldn't be a bit surprised if the A's traded him for some prospects before the season were over. He can be a free agent. He said, I'm going to test the waters. Although I'm not saying I wouldn't come back to Oakland. I said, would you like to come to Southern California? Big smile on his face. He said, yeah, that'd be my first priority. That's a strike. Now, where does he play? Dodgers have Carros, first of a 4-year contract. Aaron Erstad's one of the most promising players in the Angels system. I guess you could play Erstad in the outfield. Breaking ball rolling short. Let's see if the Dodgers can turn 2. No. Cromer made a bad throw. That's the second out. They get the lead man, Leyritz, but they missed the double play. Gagne and Guerrero don't work together well as a double play combination. And Cromer, noted for his defense at shortstop with the Cardinals, made a bad throw to Carros and pulled him off the bag. So they lose the DP, and now they got to deal with Tony Phillips. And first, Bill Russell's coming out, and he may have seen enough out of Chan Ho tonight. Especially since Phillips has driven in all 3 Anaheim runs, and yep, they're going to go to Mark Guthrie right here. So Park cannot win. He could lose if DeSarcina scores and the Angels keep the lead the rest of the way. Or he could have another decision. We're going to break in the action at Anaheim, and we'll be back on Fox Sports West 2 right after this.
Hey, the road ahead awaits you. You never know just where it takes you.
Roll into Sears today, where all tires are on sale. All sizes, all brands.
Roll me east, roll me west, rolling free, that's the best.
Sears Auto Center, we keep you rolling.
Free to roll.
All tires on sale. Top brands like Michelin, Bridgestone, and Goodyear. Roll in by Saturday.
This 4th of July weekend,
We're dancing and cavorting.
You don't even know how to dance.
the fireworks are out to sea.
You will be courteous and respectful at all times.
I highly doubt it.
As 2 national treasures
Look how happy they are that we're here.
light up the screen. Jack Lemmon, Walter Matthau.
I saw the way you were staring at my daughter's chest.
Well, I used to be a cardiologist.
Out to Sea, rated PG-13. Now playing only in theaters.
Mark Guthrie's coming in to pitch for the Dodgers at the bottom of the 6th inning. Gary DeSarcina is the runner at first. 2 men out, a 3-3 tie. Mark on for the 37th time this season. 1 win, 2 losses, no saves, ERA 3.58. Scott Rudensky's pitched in 38 games. That's the most on the Dodgers staff. Tony Phillips tonight against Chan Ho Park at a solo homer and a 2-run single, and then after the near altercation and the shouting match between Phillips, it was a 1-person shouting match. I don't think Chan Ho said anything. Phillips then struck out in that 4th inning. And now Guthrie is brought in to face Phillips. Tony is hitting better left-handed than right-handed this year. Only .250 from this side, .290 left-handed. The Dodgers in 1-run games on the road this year are a dismal 1-8. The Angels in 1-run games here at Anaheim Stadium are 11-5. We were just checking to see the most errors by the Dodgers in a game this year. That'd be 4. The last night of May in St. Louis against the Cardinals. And the Angels have committed 4 errors. When Guthrie faced Phillips in the American League, Tony had 3 hits and 19 at-bats against Mark. 1 was a double, 1 was a home run. He struck out 5 times. When they saw each other up at Dodger Stadium a couple of weeks ago, Mark struck Tony out the only time they went against each other. Carros holding DiSarcina with 2 outs here in the inning. 3-3 tie. And Guthrie's got a good pickoff move. Decides he'll drive DiSarcina back. DiSarcina is only 2 for 6 when he's attempted to steal. Angels already have more steals than they had all last year. They had 53 last year. They got 58 going into tonight. And Phillips lines one to left field. Hollingsworth has to race toward the line to get it. DiSarcina on the way to third. Phillips has a long single, his 3rd hit of the game. So the man from Roswell, Georgia, having a big night here at the expense of the Dodgers. It's only the 5th hit for the Angels. The Dodgers have had 11. Here's Darren Erstad. Park got him all 3 times on a ground ball to first, a fly ball to left, and struck him out swinging. So the Dodgers' failure to complete the double play here in the 6th extends the inning. Mark Guthrie has never faced Darren Erstad. Darren, of course, missed the games in Los Angeles recently with that sore left elbow. He'll probably have to have surgery after the season of the elbow. That's taken high for a ball. 1-0. And that misses again. Ball 2. 2-0. DiSarcina at third. Phillips at first. 2 men out. 6th inning. Guthrie off the rubber. Two-0 pitch. Very high. Ball 3. 3-0. Angels are only 2-6 in interleague play. The Dodgers 3-4. Guthrie's got to throw a strike or load him up for Dave Hollins, who might be a better hitter with the right hand than the left handed. That's a strike. 3-1. Layrich walked to begin the inning. Alisea flied out. DiSarcina had a tailor-made double play at the short, and the Dodgers couldn't turn to. And Phillips is single. DiSarcina to third. Erstad a pop fly to shallow left, but Hollingsworth comes up and makes the catch, and Guthrie gets out of it. They'll be back in a moment at the end of 6. Dodgers 3, Angels 3.
If you didn't watch Extra Sports Live this morning, you missed.
The Fearsome Foursome still does stuff together, right?
We have been together over, I guess, about 30-some years, and we're close friends, and we do things together. We help each other. If Merlin calls us, we're there. If Lamar or Deacon, we're there. If I call them, they're there. So it's that kind of relationship. We've maintained it over the years, and we support each other in our various endeavors.
Extra Sports Live, weekday mornings from 6 to 9 on Fox Sports West 2.
It's a seesaw battle with both pitchers and hitters.
When are your mom and dad coming home? This isn't my house. Hey, cool party. Thanks. It's not my house. You sure this guy's not coming home? He works at Fox Sports News. He's always away at games. He practically lives on the road. Can we have some towels? Sure.
What a game. The Dodgers are out for revenge, as I mentioned, and no one...
This guy's got tons of towels.
Fox Sports News. We are there after the game to cover your home team, the Dodgers, only on Fox Sports West 2.
Local boy Todd Zeal wears Dodger blue on Fox Sports West 2. Home team's Fox attitude. You're watching Dodgers baseball on Fox Sports West 2.
Hi once again, everybody, and a log has been thrown on the fire. We've been looking for something to really wake up a Dodger-Angel rivalry, and it occurred tonight in the 4th inning with Tony Phillips. We've also had a wild ball game, much to the delight of over 34,000, and they're locked up 3-3 going to the 7th inning. One of the few times we've seen the lack of a double play knock a pitcher out of the game, but that's what happened at Chan Ho Park. Mark Guthrie very shaky, but he got out of the inning, and now let's go to the 7th and see how this one comes out. Mike James will take over for Jason Dickson, who was pushed around a great deal, but every time the Dodgers had him on the ropes, the young right-hander fought his way off. And the big difference in the game really would be the double play. The fact that the Angels have made them and the Dodgers can't. And finally, the inability to make the double play knocked Chan Ho Park out of a possible victory. So Mike James will start it off here, and he'll begin with Eric Carros to start. Tony Phillips trying to forget the 4th inning. Carros, Mondesi, and Zeal in that order. Right. Dodgers got into the Anaheim bullpen twice at Dodger Stadium and pulled out victories each time. And that's fouled away. Winning the first game 4-3 and the second game 7-5, and each time it was the Angel bullpen that let down. Oh, 0-2. Fastball hit the straightaway center. Oh, hum. One away. Raul Mondesi 1 for 3. Mondesi sent Anderson almost 380 to deep left center for his out in the 2nd inning. Hit a bullet that was one-handed by Dave Hollins in the 4th, and then singled to center in the 5th. Fastball is rolled up the middle. DeSarcina can't get it. Alicea does, but he doesn't have a play. So Raul Mondesi is 2 for 4. The Dodgers now with 12 hits, and the batter Todd Zeal. Todd Zeal, the only regular who's on the outside of the candy store looking in. Todd has struck out twice, hit into a force play, which would have been a double play in all honesty, but Hollins threw it away. Mondesi, as always, wrapping that hand carefully. That's a strike. 0-1. Dodgers saw Mike James at Dodger Stadium, but of course they saw a lot of him because he was in the organization from 1988 through 93. In all those years, Mike never had a chance with the big club. He got to Albuquerque 3 times. Michael Elmo James. Dodgers traded him for outfielder Reggie Williams 4 years ago. Mike, from this angle, certainly leads the league in sideburns. They're not mutton chops. They're just long. On one. That's a ground ball to Alicea. He goes back to DeSarcina, and Zeal has hit into a double play, so that's some night. Zeal has committed 2 errors, struck out twice, hit into a double play, and the score tied at 3.
The July 4th special edition savings event at your Chevy dealer. You said, we want more time to pay, and we want savings on every payment.
You win.
Now get low 3.9% financing, 3.9% GMAC financing, not just for a year or 2, but for up to 60 months.
You win.
Yes, you do. Hurry to your Southern California Chevrolet dealer now.
Drive into a Travelodge location for free in-room coffee, free lobby newspaper, and a great room at a great rate. Call 1-800-578-7878 now for Travelodge.
Don't forget our next Dodger telecast on Fox Sports West 2 Thursday. That'll be July 10th. The Dodgers take on the San Francisco Giants, beginning a 4-game stand with San Francisco. Be sure to join us at 6:30 for Dodger Dugout with Paul Sunderland, and then the Dodgers and Giants right here, Fox Sports West 2. A bunt in the air to Guthrie, and that will do it. 1 away. Not quite time to sleep the sleep of the good child, but we are gaining on it. Jim Edmonds hit by a pitch, struck out, single to right. 1 for 2. Ball 1. Runs, 12 hits, and 3 errors for the Dodgers. 3 runs, 5 hits, and 4 errors for the Angels. So we've had more errors than runs scored. Ball 2. Two and 1. In there at the knees. Antonio Osuna loosening up. With the DH, it's not a case of, well, the pitcher due up 9th. Trip Cromer bats 9th. 2 and 2. It's an amazing thing, though. He had made over 100 pitches. I'm not sure how many. But when the Dodgers missed turning to double play, that knocked Chan-Ho Park out of the game and out of a possible win. Ground ball to Cromer. Over the Carros. It wasn't that Chan-Ho was overworked either in checking. 109 pitches. So the right fielder Tim Salmon coming up, fly to center, walk, and reached on the 2 errors charged to Todd Zeile. You know, really, in order to play this game for a long time, you have to have an iron constitution mentally. I mean, there are some days where this game will absolutely bury you. And Zeile is having one of those games. Struck out twice, hit into a double play, committed 2 errors. But somehow you just have to stay level. You can't go into the pits of despair. You can't enjoy euphoria. It doesn't work out that way. 1-1 the count. 2 down, 7th inning, 3-3. Ball 2. Nelson Liriano holding a bat. There's a ground ball to the left, short hop by Gagne. The throw got him. Oh, an excellent play. So Tim Salmon out on a fine play by Gagne, and at the end of 7, a 3-3 tie. And for the Gagne Marching and Chowder Society, another look.
You have no idea who you're dealing with.
When the FBI can't handle it. When the CIA can't see it. The MIB.
We are the men in black.
Fasten your seatbelt. Is all over it. This summer.
How to use these things? No idea whatsoever.
They're protecting the Earth from the scum of the universe.
Do you have any idea how much that stings?
Tommy Lee Jones, Will Smith, Men in Black. Rated PG-13. Now playing in theaters everywhere.
It's hard on us, you know.
It's the stop and go.
You never stop.
Traffic can be tough.
It's ridiculous.
You gotta sort of stay on top of it.
It's tough being a cab, but when you get that Chevron with Techron, you know, it helps keep my engine
clean because it's a dirty job. Someone has to do it.
All the help.
No gasoline cleans your engine better than Chevron with Techron. Chevron, simply smarter.
I fantasize about Europe.
The drivers over there are crazy, man.
Is that right?
Oh, yeah.
Catch the fun all summer long at Dodger Stadium as the Dodgers battle for the Western Division title. Advance tickets may be ordered by calling 213-224-1-HIT, visiting the Dodger Stadium ticket office, or any ETM ticket machine at selected Hughes Pavilions or Gelson. Pavilion and top deck tickets just $3 for kids 12 and under when purchased at the stadium up to 90 minutes prior to game time. Order your tickets early for a great summer of baseball action, and we'll see you at Dodger Stadium.
Find out why everyone's calling it the greatest city in Las Vegas. New York Hotel and Casino.
The Dodgers on Fox Sports West 2 are brought to you by Southwest Airlines. With fares so low, you have the freedom to go places. And by 76 NASCAR High Performance Motor Oil. Works for NASCAR, works for your car.
Here at Anaheim in a 3-3 tie. The Dodgers will have Greg Gagne, followed by Tom Prince, and then Trip Cromer, who is playing for the injured Wilton Guerrero. Gagne, 2 hits, and he's been on base 3 times. The Gagne stock is on the rise. He went from 360 down to about 255. Now he's back up to 274. Ball 1, little cutter. Gagne, for whatever reason, has much better numbers with the bat on the road than at home. And here he is, first game out of Dodger Stadium with 2 hits. 2. To be specific, Gagne is hitting .238 at home and better than .315 on the road. Almost an 80-point difference. That gets your attention. 2-0. Whoa. Ball 3. He threw that so hard he came out of his shoe. Three runs, 12 hits for the Dodgers. 3 runs, 5 hits for the Angels. And we're in the 8th. And he's aboard again. That's 4 times for Gagne to get on. 2 hits, an error, and now a walk. So a leadoff man aboard, Tom Prince, the batter, then Cromer and Butler. The Dodgers tried hit and run with Prince in the 6th inning. He swung and missed the pitch, and Gagne was hung out to dry. That was in the 6th inning. Prince singled to left and singled to right, so he's 2 for 3. Ball 1. San Diego just came up with 3 in the bottom of the 8th inning, so they have Seattle on the ropes. Padres 8 and Seattle 3. Remember, the Angels began the night 5.5 games behind Seattle. One ball, no strikes. And sharply the bunt to Erstad will tag him going by. So Prince moves his man along. Gagne in scoring position, and the Dodgers with a couple of shots to try and get him home. Trip Cromer followed by Brett Butler. Cromer sacrificed in the 3rd inning. Didn't help any. The Dodgers loaded the bases only to have Hollinsworth hit into a double play. Cromer flied to right in the 4th and reached on an error by Hollins in the 6th. Dodgers left 9 men from the 3rd inning through the 6th. I mean, it was standing room only here. And that's line to left, base hit. What are they going to do with Gagne? Send him in. A good throw to the plate, but he's going to score. Down to second goes Cromer, and the Dodgers lead 4-3. So Trip Cromer, who's had a tough night, redeems himself. Remember, Gagne bumped into him on a possible double play. Then Cromer threw away a definite double play ball in the 6th. And now Tripp comes up with a base hit to drive in the tiebreaker, and the Dodgers lead 4-3. So a line drive single to left. Gagne just did beat Tony Phillips' throw. And the throw high enough to avoid being cut off. And down to second goes Cromer on the throw. So the Dodgers trying to do it 3 times in a row. That is, come from behind and beat the Angel bullpen. They did it twice at Dodger Stadium, and now they're trying to do it tonight. So the kid who battled all those years in the Dodger organization and never made it might be a loser to the Dodgers tonight.
While flying may be the fastest way to travel, alas, it's not always the most practical. Introducing a first-class alternative. The 1997 Lexus ES 300. Totally redesigned, aggressively restyled. And its performance? Well, let's just say planes are no longer the only way to fly. More of a Lexus, less of a price. At your Southern California Lexus dealer.
There are 2 great baseball teams in Southern California, the Anaheim Angels and the Los Angeles Dodgers. Now, there are 2 great channels on your cable system to watch them in action. Fox Sports West and Fox Sports West 2. The Angels are slugging it out with the best in the American League West, and you can watch them on Fox Sports West. The Blue Crews looking to put the heat on the competition, and watch them on Fox Sports West 2. 2 great home teams, and now 2 sources of Fox attitude. Fox Sports West and Fox Sports West 2.
Dodgers leading the Angels 4-3. Going back to their first meeting at Dodger Stadium, the Dodgers beat Troy Percival on Todd Zeal's 9th inning home run. In Game 2, the Dodgers beat the Angels when Billy Ashley came up and hit a pinch hit 2-run home run against Mike Holtz. So Terry Collins has been burned by his bullpen, and now tonight in Game 3, leading 3-0, it has been whittled away, and Mike James gives up the go-ahead run, and he's relieved by Holtz. So Mike Holtz getting ready, and Brett Butler will be the batter, and then Todd Hollandsworth. You can see Holt's numbers. The Dodgers checking and looking at the possibilities of whom the Angels can use later on. Dave Wallace and Mike Scioscia looking ahead. Who do you want ready to face whom? So Holtz pitching to Butler. 1 out, a runner at second. Trip Cromer. And the Dodgers leading 4-3. It took them 13 hits to get a 1-run lead. Butler an infield single and a single to center. Cromer taking his lead at second, and they pull up the corner. Breaking ball, ball 1. One ball and no strikes. In there, Mike Holtz from Arlington, Virginia. He was selected in the '94 free agent draft. So he's really come to the big leagues in a hurry. He went to Clemson University. Came up briefly last year after 2.5 years in the minor leagues. That's low. Just to complicate his life, Mike Holtz underwent the Tommy John surgery back in 1992. So that impeded him from even becoming a professional. And yet, suffering the operation, he recovered and looked good enough that the Angels drafted him 2 years after the Tommy John surgery. Ball 3. So Butler trying to hang tough. Todd Hollandsworth on deck. 4-3 Dodgers in the 8th. Trip Cromer, who had just untied the game at second base. 3-1. The Dodgers have 13 hits tonight. Only 1 extra base hit. That was the double by Hollandsworth in the 5th inning. But it was good enough to extend their somewhat amazing streak. With Holly's double, the Dodgers have had at least 1 extra base hit in 61 consecutive games. You have to go back to April the 19th, the game against Houston, where the Dodgers failed to get an extra base hit. Little ground ball to third. Hollins up with it nicely. Guns it to first. So Butler couldn't get his man over. And with 2 down, the batter is Todd Hollandsworth. Hollandsworth popped up, hit into a double play, doubled to right and scored a run, and reached on an error. Four, 3 Dodgers, 2 out in the 8th. The umpire's keeping everybody in the game. Interesting watching the melee in the 4th inning. Ball 1. What amazed me, and it's the first time when Tony Phillips and Tom Prince and then Eric Carros and everybody got into the battle, all 4 umpires stayed far away from harm's way, and I was quite surprised to see that. I don't think I've ever seen umpires just walk away. I'm not sure if that's an American League umpiring attitude, because we haven't seen anything close to a brawl in the National League, but the umpires stood arms folded as if to say, okay, you make all the big bucks, kill yourselves. And they didn't have anything to do. 2-0 the count to Hollingsworth. You know what they used to do years ago in the Texas League? I don't know if they still do it, but you know, when Tom Prince and Tony Phillips were arguing and jawing in the Texas League, they would make a circle. So you two want a little of each other? Be my guest. And you either fought or you didn't fight, and that was the end of it. Nobody else got involved. 2-1. And you know what? There's a lot of guys, believe me, who would like to mix it up knowing that they're going to be pulled apart. Well, the last thing Mike Holtz wants to do is to walk Hollingsworth and look at Piazza. That's what will happen if he lets Hollingsworth get away. And he didn't. High fly ball. Garrett Anderson. All right, so the Dodgers get 1, lead 1, and at the end of 7½, Dodgers 4, Angels 3.
Introducing the 1997 Lexus LS 400 Coach Edition. The streets are ready. Are you? Save $3,000 on the Coach Edition at your Southern California Lexus dealer.
You want the most in-depth behind-the-scenes reports? Turn to Fox Sports News FoxScan.
Let's go there next. I just want to win. I got hit a few times.
Let Superman break his cape out, and that's pretty much what he did.
With FoxScan, you join the only team that takes you live to your home games all across America. Every night, every sport. Hundreds of games from 45 arenas with over 40 announced teams. FoxScan on Fox Sports News. We are there. There are 2 great baseball teams in Southern California, the Anaheim Angels and the Los Angeles Dodgers. Now, there are 2 great channels on your cable system to watch them in action, Fox Sports West and Fox Sports West 2. The Angels are slugging it out with the best in the American League West, and you can watch them on Fox Sports West. The Blue Crews looking to put the heat on the competition, and watch them on Fox Sports West 2. 2 great home teams, and now 2 sources of Fox attitude, Fox Sports West and Fox Sports West 2. You're watching Dodgers baseball on Fox Sports West 2.
This copyrighted telecast, presented by the authority of the Dodgers, which also employs the announcers, intended solely for the private non-commercial use of our audience. Any publication, reproduction, retransmission, or other use of the pictures, descriptions, and accounts of the game without the express written consent of the Dodgers is prohibited. Bottom of the 8th inning. Garrett Anderson, Jim Leyritz, and Luis Alicea. Anderson walked and scored a run, flied to left and flied to center. Garrett 0 for 2, hitting .315. Right. Guthrie gave up a base hit and then got Erstad to get out of the 6th inning, retired the side in order in the 7th. 1-1. You know, the thing that has disappeared a wee bit from Mark Guthrie's stuff is that wonderful splitter that made him so valuable last year. We haven't seen much of it. Ground ball, base hit. So Guthrie is not the same pitcher for whatever reason. And that'll bring up Jim Leyritz. Hit number 2 of Mark Guthrie. It's all over in San Diego. The Padres beat Seattle 8-5, so the Angels, trailing Seattle by 5.5, have a chance to make a move. And talking about making a move, here comes Bill Russell. For whatever it is, it's one of those things. Guthrie looks the same, but nothing is happening. He'll give way to Darren Hall, who will be coming in to face Jim Leyritz, and we'll be right back with the Dodgers leading 4-3, bottom of the 8th.
He said he wakes up in the morning and never makes his bed.
Yeah, someone else makes it.
Not again. Breakfast in bed.
Room service.
Man, life on the road.
Living like kings.
We should have been Fox Sports News guys.
Yeah, probably be in New York right now.
I will get him.
Fox Sports News. We are there after the game to cover your home team, the Dodgers, only on Fox Sports West 2.
Tune in for live horse racing action from Hollywood Park every race day at 4 p.m. And check out the day's picks and long shots. Plus, there are 2 live races as a recap of all the day's card, along with live interviews with the jockeys and trainers. So tune in every Wednesday, Thursday, and Saturday at 4 for Hollywood Park Today, right here on the all-new Fox Sports West 2.
4-3 Dodgers, bottom of the 8th inning. The Angels with Anderson at first, nobody out. And while Darren Hall tunes up, I'd like to give you our schedule for the next few days. Tomorrow night, right here at Anaheim, will be on KTLA Channel 5. Then on the weekend, Friday night and Sunday afternoon will be on KTLA Channel 5. Then the break for the All-Star game in Cleveland, which, by the way, will be on Fox 11 Tuesday evening from Jacobs Field. And then, as we mentioned earlier, after the All-Star break, Fox Sports West 2 will televise Thursday night with San Francisco from Dodger Stadium. Meanwhile, Darren Hall trying to save this thing for Mark Guthrie, who is the pitcher of record. For Darren Hall, in his 36th game, he doesn't care. It's time to move the chairs around a little bit. How long do you expect me to sit still anyway, Mom? For Darren Hall, he's trying to keep the Angels still. Darren Hall, just like Darren Dreifert, wears his hat exactly the way Bob Welch did. Leyritz reached on an error, popped up and walked. On deck, Luis Alicea. The bunt foul back in the count 0-1. Darren Hall, of course, pitched over in the American League. Leyritz was 0 for 2 against him. Alicea was 1 for 1. Eric Carros talking about coming over there with Garrett Anderson. Anderson has stolen 6 out of 8. 1 ball and 1 strike to Jim Leyritz. Jim taking a good long look at Larry Boa. Anderson has good running speed, but he's been bothered by a hamstring pull, so we'll see what that means. We told you he didn't play yesterday, and the Angels were thinking about holding Garrett Anderson out of play until Friday, but he said he's okay, so he's in there tonight. Ball 2. 2-1 to Leyritz. Now let's see if Terry Collins might take the bunt off and play hit and run. He has to be concerned about Leyritz because Jim has grounded into 9 double plays. Gary DiSarcina has grounded into 10, and any kind of defensive play would have gotten him an 11th time in the 6th inning. They kept the bunt on. Hall's play is to Trip Cromer. So the sacrifice works, and Luis Alicea coming up. 1 out in the 8th. 4-3 Dodgers. Alicea sacrificed, singled off Carros' glove, and flied to center. So Leyritz gets 5s for moving his man up a notch. Luis Alicea, 31 years old. He'll be 32 the end of July. Right. He's been around a while. First time we saw him come up in 1988 with the Cardinals, and he kept going up and down, then stayed with them solid for about 4 years. Went to Boston for a year, then back to St. Louis, and now here with Anaheim. Alicea from Santurce in Puerto Rico. He attended Florida State University. 1 ball, 1 strike. Line drive, base hit to right. Anderson is going to be waved in. Mondesi's throw is cut off by Carros. They now have Alicea in a rundown, and Gagne will tag him out, but the run is in, and we have a 4-4 tie. So that base hit given up by Guthrie is cashed in. The base hit for Alicea to score Anderson to tie it up. And then Alicea is cut down 9-3-6. We can take another look. Mondesi was playing pretty deep and actually had to stop to field the ball. He didn't grab it on the run. And Carros immediately went after the go-ahead run. And Gagne faking and tags him out. So 2 down, but the run is in. And here is DiSarcina, ball 1. Gary is struck out, hit into a double play. Should have hit into a double play again, only Trip Cromer threw it away. Ball 2. So the hit is charged to Hall. The run is charged to Guthrie. And now the game is on the shoulders of Mike Holtz and Darren Hall. Right. 2-1. DiSarcina hitting .247. 3 home runs, 32 RBIs, 0 for 3. Fastball hit up the middle. Base hit to center. So Hall gives up a base hit. He's given up 2 hits in the inning. And the batter now will be Tony Phillips. So Tony Phillips coming up. Tony homered in the first inning, singled to right to drive into, and singled in the 6th inning. What has Phillips done against Hall and vice versa? Phillips 0 for 3. He was something like 3 for 19 when he got a base hit against Guthrie in the 6th inning. Right. Darren Hall last pitch on Saturday, and he gave up 3 runs, 2 hits, and also walked a batter. His last couple of games he has pitched well. That's low, 1-1. So each side scores in the 8th to tie it up. When the Dodgers bat in the 9th, they will have Piazza, Carros, and Mondesi. 1-1 to Phillips. Gary DiSarcina, who just got the base hit, batting ninth in the lineup. He has stolen 2 bases and been caught 4 times, probably busted hit and run plays. 1-1. Tony Phillips hitting .298. Fouled away down the line, out of play, and the count 1-2. Paid attendance tonight 34,507. That's just about capacity. I think 36,000 is capacity. The ballpark isn't the way it will be for a long time. They still have a lot of work to do. 1-2 to Tony Phillips. 2-2. A home run and 2 singles, 3 RBIs, and in a fight, that's a pretty busy night. 2-2. I was just thinking of another thought. Have to talk to Tom Prince about it. Ball 3. When Tom Prince walked out to stop Tony Phillips from getting into the fight with Chan-Ho Park, he took off his mask. Now, if you're a smart catcher and you're trying to stop a fight or even have a fight occur, you don't take that mask off. You know who taught me that? Yogi Berra, the guy they keep telling you was so dumb in his playing days. He was as smart as a fox. 3-2. Runner goes, a drive into the right field corner, and it's going to bounce in. The Dodgers get a big break. Tony Phillips gets a ground rule double, and the go-ahead run is sent back to third. So the ball hit the warning track and bounced in the seats, and the Dodgers get a huge break. And Darren Hall isn't fooling anybody now. He's given up 3 hits, and I think he's history. Bill Russell just about forced to make a move. There's the big break. That bounce that just cleared the wall. Watch. He is livid because he lost the go-ahead RBI. So Tony Phillips, 2 singles, a double, and a home run, and Darren Hall is driven to cover. The batter will be Darren Erstad, a left-hander. So they're going to bring in Scott Radinsky to try and get a left-hander out and get out of the jam. What a game. And we're tied 4-4, bottom of the 8th.
If you didn't watch Extra Sports Live this morning, you missed.
The Fearsome Foursome still does stuff together, right? We have been together over, I guess, about 30-some years, and we're close friends, and we do things together. We help each other. If Merlin calls us, we're there. If Lamar or Deacon, we're there. If I call them, they're there. So it's that kind of relationship. We've maintained it over the years, and we support each other in our various endeavors.
Extra Sports Live, weekday mornings from 6 to 9 on Fox Sports West 2.
You have the right to remain silent. You have the right to an attorney. This telecast is the property of Fox Sports Net, its affiliates, and Major League Baseball. Any rebroadcast without the express written consent of Fox and Major League Baseball is strictly prohibited. Do you understand these rights?
It's a little early for pen and fever.
The Dodgers Hideo Nomo is a force of nature on Fox Sports West 2. Home team's Fox attitude.
Interesting here in the 8th, the Angels have sent 5 batters to the plate. One of them sacrificed, so that was not an official at bat, and the other 4 are all successful. 4 for 4. Garrett Anderson single to right. Luis Alicea singled to right to score Anderson. DeSarcina singled up the middle, and now Tony Phillips doubled to right. So second and third, 2 out, 8th inning, a 4-4 tie. And now the Angels trying to do to the Dodgers what the Dodgers did to them. Take a lead at the expense of the bullpen. And it will be a battle of Erstad versus Radinsky. Scott Radinsky has been busy of late. He appeared against the Rangers the night that Bobby Witt hit the home run. And now he comes right back in tonight. Radinsky pitched in last night's game as well. Gave up a run on 2 hits. So perhaps with the ball game on the line, he faces Erstad, who was 0 for 4. Grounded out, flied out twice, and struck out. Fastball for a strike. Radinsky the other night came in to pitch to Larry Walker, and he threw 3 fastballs that I don't believe anyone could have hit. Exploding fastballs. You talk about that high, hard one. He just blew Walker away. But he's trying to do the same thing now to Darren Erstad. With runners at second and third. DeSarcina at third. Phillips at second. 1-1. To repeat, when the Dodgers bat in the ninth, Piazza, Carros, and Mondesi. Mike, the DH tonight, just waiting to hit. There's ball 2 at the plate. 2-1. So Park, Guthrie, Hall, and now Radinsky, Dickson, James, and Holtz for the Angels. Slicing fly ball to Hollingsworth. So Radinsky comes in, gets his man. The Rangers still there, 4-4, and Reggie Smith talking to Mike Piazza.
Today, family, friends, and business are not just around the corner, they're around the world. Look to National Car Rental and our global Interrent partners for fast service at a fair price. Call your travel agent or 1-800-CAR-RENT.
Hey, the road ahead awaits you. Hurry to Sears, where all tires are on sale. All sizes, all brands. Roll me west. Sears Auto Center. Sale ends Saturday.
Your Dodge dealer is having an utterly unbelievable, absolutely amazing 4th of July event.
Excuse me. Let's just say that if you purchase any new Dodge Grand Caravan during our 4th of July event, you'll get $1,000 cash back.
So don't dilly-dally.
Or purchase this Dodge Dakota and get up to $1,350 off.
That's spectacular!
Or purchase Neon, Stratus, or Avenger right now and get 3.9 APR for up to 60 months.
But you better hurry!
Just see the friendly Dodge dealer near you.
Be there!
Yes, be there.
Now, Wiener Schnitzel has antenna weenies. Get yours free with any combo purchase. Hurry in for your free antenna weenie and display it proudly.
It's a seesaw battle with both pitchers and hitters.
When are your mom and dad coming home? This isn't my house. Stay cool party. Thanks. It's not my house. You sure this guy's not coming home? He works at Fox Sports News. He's always away at games. He practically lives on the road. Can we have some towels? Sure.
What a game. The Dodgers are out for revenge, as I mentioned, and no one...
This guy's got tons of towels.
Fox Sports News. We are there after the game to cover your home team, the Dodgers, only on Fox Sports West 2.
Will you look at the difference of those two youngsters? The kid up front who's probably had a little too much sugar, so he had really wound up. And directly behind him, sound asleep. What a contrast. Boundless enthusiasm. Meanwhile, Troy Percival coming out of the bullpen. You may remember it was Percival who surrendered the home run to Todd Zeile. that gave the Dodgers the 4-3 victory the first time the teams met for keeps. So Percival looks like he's given himself a pep talk. Here we go. It's a little different than Al Hrabosky. Hrabosky used to stand up, stare in center field, whirl around. But Troy, boy, he's going through quite a head session getting ready to face Piazza. Breaking ball. Ball 1. Piazza struck out and singled twice and then hit into a force play with the bases loaded when Hollins made a great stop, dived at the bag just ahead of Butler's arrival. Fastball, and that's what they came to see. The heater of Percival and the power swing of, well, she's not too thrilled. 1-1. Four in the ninth. Foul back. 1-2. To look at Percival's numbers, 23 innings, 22 strikeouts, and that was clocked at 95 miles an hour. One and two. Breaking ball. Troy Percival was born in Fontana, graduated from Moreno Valley High, attended UC Riverside, where he was a standout catcher, not a pitcher. Made a change upon recommendation of Bob Clear, pitching coach. Four, top of the ninth. Fastball, and he late fouled it down the right field line, out of play. That was 95, so I guess that's his address. He lives at 95 miles an hour. Percival, who appears to be all worked up, and Piazza, who appears to be just like it's another night. Fastball fouled right into Leyritz, and Jimmy is really shaken up. Boy, a 95-mile-an-hour fastball that is then fouled back, and that just knocked the wind out of him, I'm sure. Brutal. So it'll be a moment before Jim Leyritz is able to continue. It brought tears to his eyes. I mean, he was shot under the heart. He's all right. Just give him a moment to get up. The life of a catcher. Watch this. Here it comes. Right back into the chest protector, right under the heart. Oh, gee whiz. Here it is in real speed to give you an idea. Oh, bless him. He gets up. Whoa. 2-2. High foul chopper. Still 2-2. He took a lot off that one. It was only 93 miles an hour. Piazza with 16 home runs, 48 runs batted in. Percival, in case you wonder, has allowed 3 home runs. That's all. Fly ball into left center, very high but not too far. Garrett Anderson. One away in the ninth. So Piazza goes 2 for 5, and Eric Carros 1 for 4 coming up. Watch Piazza's reaction when he hits it. He knows he missed it. Hit under it, and that's that. Had good hang time. That's about all you could say about that fly ball. So here is Eric Carros. Carros a base hit in 4 trips, hitting .269. Ball 1. When the Angels bat in the bottom of the 9th, they will have Dave Hollins, Jim Edmonds, and Tim Salmon. One ball, no strikes. Fastball hit in the air to right center and deep. Back goes Salmon to the wall. It is gone. Home run, Carros. And the Dodgers take a 5-4 lead. Eric Carros hitting his 19th home run, and he gets a hero's reception in the Dodger dugout. Carros has hit in 8 straight, and he has now really started to cook. Take another look. It was a 93-mile-an-hour fastball, and he just tried to hit it as hard as he could, and it went out in right center field. Carros now 34 RBIs in his last 38 games, and 10 of his 19 home runs have either tied or won a game. And the batter is Mondesi. Right. So Troy Percival has given up 4 home runs all year. 1 to Todd Zeile and 1 to Eric Carros. Zeile beat him 4-3. Carros is hoping to beat him 5-4. Curveball for a strike. 0-2. The Dodgers in their last 7 games now, 10 home runs, and they lead 5-4. 0-2. Breaking ball in the dirt. 1-2. Boy, every time I see Jim Leyritz kind of push that chest protector around, I can almost feel that foul ball. What a lick he took. 1-2. Breaking ball hit to short. DeSarcina takes care of Mondesi. 2 down in the 9th inning. Just a reminder, friends, stay tuned after the game for highlights of all of today's sports action as we present Fox Sports News. Coming up next, they'll be naming the All-Star reserves. We'll take a look at the rest of Major League Baseball action, and of course we'll have our Dodger Angel wrap-up, so stay with us. Todd Worrell is down in the bullpen, and Todd Zeile is at the plate. Strike to Zeile. He is the only regular without a hit. It's been a tough night for him. 2 strikeouts, hit into a double play, and committed 2 errors. But he did beat Percival back at Dodger Stadium. Meanwhile, the dynamic duo, Carros and Piazza. 0-1. Four Dodgers in the 9th. Big boys coming up for the Angels in the bottom half. Hollins, Edmonds, Salmon. One and 1. Fastball. That fastball had some movement on it. It was really coming up. Two balls and 2 strikes. Breaking ball missing. 2-2. Fastball, and he missed it, but so did Leyritz. And Zeal is going to reach. So a fastball with a lot of movement on it, impossible to hit, and for Jim Leyritz, just about impossible to catch. It wasn't the velocity. He's thrown harder. That was clocked at 92, but see how it moved in and went right off Jim Leyritz's mitt. So that would be a pass ball on the strikeout. So Greg Gagne, the batter, with Zeal at first. Gagne, a couple of base hits, reached on an error, and also walked. So he's been on base 4 times. 0-1. Going after that high fastball. Now he's in a hole 0-2. Trying to get as close to the action as possible, wearing her Mike Piazza hat. Mondesi, Carros, Piazza. That's some trio down there. 0-1. You want to talk about the heart of the Dodger lineup. Carros and Piazza up. Raul sitting quietly below. 1-2. Fastball, foul back. Percival has thrown as high as 95 and as low as 92, and just about everything in between. Diving stop on that breaking ball. 2 balls and 2 strikes, the count to Greg Gagne. Dodgers 5, Angels 4, top of the 9th, 2 out, 2-2 to Gagne. Fastball lifted to Tim Salmon. It'll slice over to him. Okay, the Dodgers get one on the home run by Eric Carros, and at the end of 8 1/2, as Salmon runs out of room, tries to go upstream and comes back empty. Carros touches them all, and the Dodgers take the lead.
slams the wood with just one hand. You're damn
Acting is being.
Can't quite put my finger on it. Something just ain't right.
John puts up the shot and it's...
That's what I've been missing.
Don't even think about it. Pepsi. Generation Next.
Please?
Nah.
This 4th of July weekend.
We're dancing and cavorting.
You don't even know how to dance.
The fireworks are out to sea.
You will be courteous and respectful at all times.
I highly doubt it.
As two national treasures
Look how happy they are that we're here.
light up the screen. Jack Lemmon, Walter Matthau.
I saw the way you were staring at my daughter's chest.
Oh, I used to be a cardiologist.
Out to Sea, rated PG-13. Now playing only in theaters.
Protective services provided by West Coast Detectives, a recognized leader in personal protection, threat assessment, and investigative services. West Coast Detectives, headquartered in North Hollywood, California.
Dodgers leading 5-4, bottom of the ninth. And a reminder, Barry Bonds and the San Francisco Giants make their last visit to Dodger Stadium for a 4-game series beginning Thursday, July 10th. Sunday, July 13th, all kids 14 and under in attendance receive a free set of full-color baseball cards featuring the 97 Dodgers, compliments of Mother's Cookies. So order your tickets early. Call 213-224-1-HIT, and we'll see you at Dodger Stadium starting on the 10th. Boy, a very unhappy Troy Percival, still talking to himself and now to Jim Laird. He'll talk to anybody who will listen. 5-4 Dodgers, bottom of the ninth inning. So Zeal beat Percival at Dodger Stadium, and Carros tries to beat him here, and it's in the hands of Todd Worrell. Worrell has, well, look at his ERA. Worrell has not been the pitcher he's been the last couple of years. He has been struggling. And he'll face 3 hitters who will make him struggle: Hollins, Edmonds, and Salmon. Hollins 0 for 2 has walked twice. Ball 1. Worrell in his last 2 innings has allowed 4 runs and 4 hits, so he's been very shaky. Make it 5 hits. He is no longer really the closer. I'm not sure if it's because he had the stomach flu or what, but he has been very, very shaky. And Hollins greets him with a base hit. The tying run is aboard, and the batter is Jim Edmonds. As far as the speed gun is concerned, you would think Worrell is still fine. It clocked at 95. But there's been something missing. No doubt movement. Edmonds 1 for 3, hit by a pitch and singled. Ball 1. Dodgers 5, Angels 4. Same 2 clubs tomorrow night at 7:05. Hideo Nomo, Alan Watson on KTLA Channel 5. Right. 1-1. Fouled away out of play, and the count 1-1. Now 1-2. Meanwhile, among others, a very interested Tony Phillips, who has driven in 3 runs and has had 4 hits tonight. One and 2. Breaking ball fouled away. Remember, Seattle lost. The Angels are thinking if they win, they'll be 4.5 back of Seattle, but the Giants lost. And the Dodgers are thinking if they win, they'll trail the Giants by 6. So there's a lot on the line here for both teams. 1 and 2. Ball 2. One of the many reasons that the Dodgers have struggled so much, and there are many reasons, but I would have to say the bullpen, especially Guthrie and Worrell, have not been the same as last year. Fouled away. Scott Radinsky visiting with Mark Guthrie, who's wearing the windbreaker, and Mike Piazza. Two and 2. 5-4 Dodgers, bottom of the ninth, nobody out. Hollins at first. And I think Edmonds is mad at himself for maybe going after a bad ball. One away. Take another look. See if that's high. And yeah, high and away. So down goes Edmonds, and that'll bring up Tim Salmon. Salmon is 0 for 3 with a walk. Strike. On one. One out in the ninth. 5-4 Dodgers. Two. Billy Ashley sitting behind Russell. Ball one. No swing, says Field and Culbreth. The first base umpire. Hollins at first, representing the tying run. Dodgers leading 5-4 in the ninth. Troy Percival surrendering the home run to Carros. A breaking ball takes care of Salmon, and that was certainly out of the strike zone. So all of a sudden Worrell comes in. And Percival now is 1 out from losing another game to the Dodgers on a 9th-inning home run. Watch this pitch. Down there. So 2 out. So Tony Phillips with 2 singles, a double, and a home run, and it might not be enough. Garrett Anderson, the batter. Joe Malfitano telling Zeal to get over near the line. Give up a base hit, but not a double. Todd was way over near the hole with the left-hand hitter up, but they don't want him there. Four Dodgers, bottom of the ninth. 0-1. And fouled out of play. No chance for Prince. So Worrell came in, gave up a single to Hollins, struck out Edmonds on a high fastball, struck out Salmon on a breaking ball down and away, and now trying to take care of Garrett Anderson. Oh, 0-2. Ground ball to Carros. He has it on the bag, and that's it. The Dodgers have done it again. Come from behind for the 3rd straight time against the Angels, and winning twice on home runs in the 9th inning. Game 1 by Zeal, and tonight by Eric Carros. 5 runs, 14 hits, and 3 errors for the Dodgers. 4 runs, 10 hits, and 4 errors for the Angels. The losing pitcher is Troy Percival, and the winner, technically, Scott Radinsky, who came in, got 1 out, and was the pitcher of record. So the Dodgers have won 3 in a row from the Angels. The Angels have now lost 7 out of 9 to the National League. The Dodgers have won 5 out of 9, and they have one more time against each other tomorrow night. Hideo Nomo and Alan Watson. Right now, let's go down to Paul Sunderland.
All right, thanks very much, Vinny. Eric Carros, it seems like whenever you play the Angels, very, very close baseball games. And lately, when you've been coming up in the clutch, 10 home runs in your last 19 games. Talk about that at bat against Troy Percival.
Well, in that situation, you know, Mike battled him and kind of wore him out right beforehand. Swung a lot of fastballs, just missed some pitches. And, you know, I'm up there in that situation looking for a fastball. You know, I'm trying to hit the ball out of the park. Fortunately, I got a hold of one, and, you know, Salmon just missed it.
A lot of people have said that the interleague games in Chicago have been very intense and somewhat unfriendly, and the same in New York, but they said, hey, between the Angels and the Dodgers, they've been pretty much like Southern California, laid back. Did the confrontation tonight change all of that?
I'll tell you what, you know, both teams have a lot at stake right now. You know, we've got to put wins on the board, so do the Angels, and, you know, you can see the intensity tonight. You know, there were some balls thrown inside, some guys, you know, tempers flared a little bit, and it was a very entertaining game. That much more entertaining because we came out on top.
Well, it certainly had everything. 9 runs, I'm looking up at the scoreboard, 24 hits, and 7 errors. Dodgers continue to struggle a little bit in the field and are not turning double plays that are really putting them in jeopardy. What do you do to turn that around?
You just come out each day and work. You know, it's something that we've struggled with, but right now, you know, just as long as we can get victories, you know, we haven't put everything together. We haven't got the pitching and the hitting and the defense all at once, and hopefully that'll come soon, because I'll tell you, I don't know how many more of these games I can take.
What's turned it around for you? You got off to, you know, a lot of people say a traditionally slow start, but you're swinging a hot bat as well as Mike Piazza and Greg Gagne played very well tonight, defensively and offensively. But for you, what's turned it around?
Well, I mean, you know, it's one of those things. I've historically started off slow. I had some problems get going this year. I got into a situation where I had some bad mechanics, and Reggie and I were looking at some videotape, straightened it out about the beginning of June, and things have gone well for me since.
Is this team really trying to get to 500 before the break? You have the Angels again tomorrow and then 3 in San Diego. Is that a target? You want to get to 500?
We're just going to try and win a game tomorrow night. Man, 500's still, what, a game or two away. I don't know, is that tomorrow night? But, you know, we're trying to pick up ground. We knew coming into today that the Giants had lost. Right now I think we're 6 back. And, you know, we got to try and knock off some games before we have that big series with them after the break. But we can't look ahead. We've got a game tomorrow night.
All right, EK, congratulations. Big knock again. Eric Carros, his 10th home run in his last 19 games. Eric Carros was struggling early, but he is no longer. The Dodgers win it on the Eric Carros home run. 5-4. We'll be back to Anaheim Stadium. Vin Scully will be back in 2 minutes with more on tonight's game. Thanks for watching.
We at The Good Guys have gone to some pretty extreme lengths to prove just how good we are. We violated traffic laws to show you how helpful we can be.
I can make a little adjustment to it right now.
We've used large rodents to demonstrate our vast product knowledge.
Indigenous to Brazil, it can weigh up to 154 pounds.
Along the way, we've even saved a life or two.
We gotta go in there and fix that.
This weekend, we thought we'd do something a little more down to earth. The Good Guys 4th of July sale, Friday through Sunday. You've seen what we can do, now see how little it costs.
Old junky antique shops. I like.
You want me to tell you what my Discover card statement says?
Just little things that make a girl sing. I have fish and I have birds and I have dogs. Mangoes. Cecilia Bartoli and something by Puccini. Floridita Cuban restaurant, fabulous. I stuck to my diet a little bit. That cash bonus thing at the end of the year.
How many credit cards make a statement like that?
Live a little.
It pays to Discover. Use it where you see the Novus sign.
It's hard on us, you know.
It's the stop and go.
You never stop.
Traffic can be tough.
It's ridiculous.
You gotta sort of stay on top of it.
It's tough being a cab, but when you get that Chevron with Techron, you know, it helps keep my engine
clean because it's a dirty job. Someone has to do it.
All the help.
No gasoline cleans your engine better than Chevron with Techron. Chevron, simply smarter.
I fantasize about Europe.
The drivers over there are crazy, man.
Is that right?
Oh, yeah.
I'm Steve Avison for Discovery News with an update on NASA's Pathfinder mission to Mars.
It's July 2nd, and Pathfinder is 695,000 miles from Mars, heading toward the red planet at 12,000 miles per hour.
This July 4th, spend the day on Mars with live late-breaking coverage as this historic event unfolds.
Discovery News Special Report, Mars Live, all-day coverage Friday with a wrap-up at 11 Eastern and Pacific on the Discovery Channel.
Dodgers trying to duck out of trouble. Fox Sports News is now.
Dodgers and Angels, top of the first, battle of all-stars. Jason Dickson gets Mike Piazza swinging. No score. Bottom of the first, leadoff hitter Tony Phillips takes Chan Ho Park deep over the wall in center. Quickly, it's 1-0 Angels. Bottom of the second, nobody out, runner on first. Jim Leyritz with a comebacker to Park. Greg Gagne and Trip Cromer go to cover second. Cromer charged with an error. Everybody's safe. 3 batters later, runners on second and third, and Phillips singles to right. That's going to score Garrett Anderson. Jim Leyritz coming in as well, and it's 3-0 Anaheim. Top of the fourth, after an error by Dave Hollins kept the inning alive. Gagne grounds to short. Gary DiSarcina boots it. Eric Carros scores. Dodgers would add another run, and they trail 3-2. Bottom of the fourth, tempers Flair. Park with the chin music to Phillips. Phillips has some words. Catcher Tom Prince intervenes, and he and Phillips engage in the shoving match. Both benches clear. This one got a little ugly. Umpires would restore order. No ejections took place. So here we go. Back to the action. Park gets Phillips swinging. Dodgers down 3-2. Top of the sixth, after 2 errors, kept the inning alive. Bases loaded. Mike Piazza with the smash to third. Dave Hollins smothers it. Steps on third to get Brett Butler. We're tied at 3. Top of the ninth, tied at 4. Eric Carros plays the hero, the home run off Troy Percival. Dodgers 5-4, the winners. The Dodgers win their 3rd straight over the Angels. Kind of an ugly matchup, though. The 2 teams combined for 7 total errors and 9 pitchers.
Foxcan takes us back to Anaheim, where Vin Scully is standing by. Vin?
Well, the word is, blessed are the peacemakers. Eric Carros, who tried vainly to break up a potential fight involving Tony Phillips and catcher Tom Prince, turned right around and in the 9th inning did it to Troy Percival again, as the Dodgers came from behind for the 3rd straight time to beat the Angels 5-4. You may remember in their first meeting, Todd Zeile homered in the 8th, then homered in the 9th against Percival to beat the Angels 4-3. Game 2, the Dodgers hit 3 home runs by Mondesi, Carros, and a pinch hit home run by Billy Ashley to win 7-5. And tonight, in a game that had just about everything, Eric Carros hits a home run in the 9th, and the Dodgers come from behind and beat the Angels again.